All right, guys, we're just starting up right now. Hey, B.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
oh, there she is.
Yeah. Hi there.
Hi there.
Hello. How are we doing?
Why is it doing that? Okay, I've got the wrong link.
Is it sad that I really enjoy buying these big cans because it makes me feel small?
What is that a big can of?
Arizona.
Arizona tea? Arizona tea is delicious.
It's really good.
It is. My favorite flavor is the Arnold Palmer.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
The pomegranate one is definitely the fucking best one.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The pomegranate one?
Pomegranate is the way to go.
Okay.
Pomegranate's fucking delicious. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome.
Hello,
I don't think I've had the grape one.
You've never had the grape one? I've never had the grape one. I think the only ones I think I had mango.
I've had, so they have, because this is the iced tea. Actually, it's half iced tea and half tropical. But
Okay.
I've had the like cocktail mixer ones that they make.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly, and that shit is literally just sugar. That it's like syrup. I was like, holy fuck, this is oh.
Like I've walked into a really interesting conversation about some kind of beverage.
That's exactly what's happened.
Arizona tea.
I'm drinking a big glass of milk.
Are you actually?
Is it so,
yeah,
so
got
thick
the
it'll
cream
choke?
going, bro?
That's very fitting.
Mhm.
Very fitting after today. I also want to say, just quickly, I want to get this in. I ugly cackled in the background when I saw that somebody had knocked over the milk jug on his grave.
Pretty sure that was me. Pretty sure that was me.
I was like, oh dear. Oh no.
When I went ragdoll, my head bounced off the goddamn milk bottle.
Oh yeah.
It rolled away.
Well, I mean, at least he died in cream. I'm sure there's worse ways to go.
Died in cream? What are you talking about? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Today.
Yeah. Craziest day. How was that? How was that RP? How long was it that you were a corpse today?
How long was I a corpse?
Yeah, today. Like, how long were you streaming? Like
just like
whole
an
process?
hour.
It was just an hour.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It was the most challenging roleplay I've had thus far. It was brutal.
Because you couldn't say anything.
Brutal. I can't say anything. It was terrible.
I have to be quiet. What am I supposed to do?
I think
yeah. Sit there and let you guys roleplay. What the? It's like everything I'm against.
It's like, where do I get my turn to speak, guys? Stand
you
up.
should just speak over people until they stop talking, and I'm just sitting there to listen to you.
Is that what you do? You just talk over the top of people until they stop talking?
Yes.
Does it work for you? Is it good?
It works most of the time, but every now and again I'll come across someone that does the exact same thing, and then we just nothing gets done.
Like Danny, how does that family work?
Danny?
Yeah.
By keeping his way from him as much as possible and kicking him off the ranch as soon as he didn't last a week with me. I had to beat him up and move him on.
Wow.
Shout out to Dren, by the way. I love you, bro.
Dren does a great job playing an extremely annoying criminal for the law. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I watched the arrest today, and he was in true form. That was something else, wasn't it? Holy shit!
It was very interesting listening, like being a little fly on the wall and listening with Eliza outside, just being like.
So am I allowed to talk meta here or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I don't have a problem with that.
So you're a snitch? You're a snitch, Georgie. What the? Unbelievable. Did you snitch on me ever?
No, she never snitched on Baz. But to be
Okay,
fair, he gave permission to Georgie. He was like, yeah, if you want to tell him it was me, tell him it was me. So Georgie was like, all right.
That's what he said?
Yeah, he came to the ranch. May as well get this all out in the air. He came to the ranch and he was like, I beat the shit out of Weaver, and Georgie and Weaver are friends. So she was like,
Right.
what the fuck? Why would you do that? And he basically was like, you know, they're disrespecting me, they're doing XYZ. And he was like, I don't fucking care. The first thing he said when he rolled up was, yeah, Weaver's not doing so great. You can tell him it was me if you want. And so Georgie was just like, okay,
Wow.
I will.
I'm just gonna sit here and judge both your characters. You cool with that? Hey, don't worry, I'll get to you next door. Don't worry about that. I got things I gotta say.
What do you mean?
With Orcish?
Yeah, what's wrong with Orcish?
Moving in on my wife, huh? I'm fucking dead. You're going to Sissika? Having a little chat, bringing her fucking crackers there, huh? You son of a bitch.
I brought a beer too.
You fucking mutt. This fucking guy wants me to drop dead and go straight to Sissika, this guy.
Listen.
Guy.
There was obstacles in the way, clearly. You just needed to
I'm just
bypass.
he was like fucking fist pumping as soon as he found out the news.
No.
No fucking way.
McGregor visited your grave. It was very touching.
Did you?
Yeah, he did. That's the first thing I
must
did.
be when no one was there. It must be when no one was there.
One
right?
other, yeah. Oglethorpe was like, you should probably, like, you're not invited to the funeral. You should wait a while before you come by.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That was good. It was good. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better send off. Everyone does a great job.
I need to watch it. It's like an hour. I need to watch that.
I mean, I don't think the funeral was an hour, but I was a dead man for an hour. and then I got kicked off the server because I was AFK, and then I came back, and for some reason Kono panicked, so he buried me while I was off the server. I come back and he had roleplayed bury me, so I had to log back out. I missed like most of people's goodbyes. I was so devastated.
That sucks. Yeah, I turned you off right as that started happening, at the AFK timer. That does suck.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you even do? You'd have to stand up, right?
I did stand up.
You stood up? Did you did you move a little, or did you just hit K and then K again?
No, I got up and I moved 2 feet and then I fell back over.
And it still kicked you?
And it still kicked me.
I did crack up though, because when I first walked up, for some reason you weren't laying on the ground, you were just standing there. So literally, for almost the entirety of the funeral, you were literally just standing.
Really?
Like, right next to everybody. Yeah, in my eyes at least. And I was like, he's just standing there. He's just gonna.
That's
Are we
awkward.
just gonna not acknowledge that?
At
But
least you're the only one.
I think I was. But
Good.
I was literally just. It's that Kiwi ping. That darn Kiwi ping. Never
You
does.
guys got better internet than us, though.
Do we? I don't think that we do.
No, you do. In New Zealand, like, it's a joke over here. Even New Zealand has better internet than us. Yeah?
Wow, even New Zealand. Are we really gonna hatch out the Kiwi Australian hate train now?
Some kind of third world country over there. I don't know.
Oh, wow. You guys want me to give you the typical American response, which is, aren't you guys the same?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she
all right.
wishes. She wishes.
Listen here, okay. Okay, I would like.
Yeah, here we go. Try to besmirch my country. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Listen. I can't do that because we're better than you and we're above you.
You're better than us. All right then.
I refuse to resort to your childish levels.
Even if you did anything better than us, we just,
I
adopted and say it was ours. That's all.
That's a good strategy.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I was desperate at one point for Georgie and for Baz to have an argument over whether Farlap was a New Zealand or an Australian horse.
It's a bit hard to do that when he wasn't alive. It was like 30, 40 years later. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I know. Don't worry. I know you know. That would have been awkward.
It would have been so awkward, but I was so tempted at one
Yeah,
point.
you know the Melbourne Cup we saw on TV. You remember that? It was far up an Australian or New Zealand horse. Do you think, Baz? Good idea. That would have been a great conversation.
Listen, okay, all right. I agree. Listen, the thought crossed my mind. Did I ever do it? No. So.
Thank God. Thank God. I'm just gonna roast it all podcast long. Trust me, this is it.
Perfect.
You and everybody fuck it out. This is typical. All right, I want to quickly, because this is the podcast where we get sidetracked all the time.
This is true.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly ask you some questions, just in general, about the RP that especially occurred today and the stuff leading up to the perma, which was holy shit. First things first. Did you expect the insane amount of fucking cry that happened after he died?
No. I expected waves like around the people that I was closest to, but like I was like stream hopping like crazy, and it was affecting so many more people than I expected. So many more people that I had like I role played with a month ago and I haven't seen them since we're role playing it out. It's crazy to me. So no, the answer's no. I did not expect that kind of reaction, but I'm happy it did. Makes the perma feel worth in more ways than one, especially after today.
Oh yeah, the ranch was fucking insane, and there were people who desperately wanted to be there who couldn't.
I'm not even talking about the funeral. I'm talking about the conflict that it's created. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the whole reason why I wanted to permabaz, like one of the major factors was that our group got, I feel, too powerful. Probably about maybe 3 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. I felt like we got a little bit too strong, and I was desperately waiting for someone to step up. And as much as I wanted that to have conflict with another group, it didn't make sense for me to do it in character because Baz is not one to go out and look for war like that. He's one to defend and do crazy shit for people that he loves, but he's not someone to just go out and look for a fight. So I was waiting for someone to come to us, and no one really did. So I'm like, okay, if I think the answer is to weaken us, I'll go, and I'm hoping that will cause some inner conflict there, especially between Danny and Jack and all that. But it went a completely different route, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely been, there are a couple, because I've been on the server a long time. There are definitely like a couple of permas that I can personally think of which have had like quite a large impact. But I think, genuinely, that this is probably one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Just in terms of just how connected Baz was with a lot of people, and such a wonderful and memorable character as well. But yeah, I mean, do you feel sad now that you can't really play your little
my little
Australian Crim?
my little Shane Crim? The word isn't sad. I was watching Orcish stream today with Danny in the cell, and I'm hearing like Weaver like say, you're not even legitimate, blah blah. And I had this urge of like, I just want to log in there and just go over and just fucking just explode with so much shit coming out of I just wanted to say so much shit to that guy. That's the urge I got. I'm not sad. I was sad when it happened, but I'm content with it. I'm happy. I'm very happy with the whole story arc. And I think it was Pandas that told me once. He told me this maybe two weeks ago. He said, "There's nothing worse than missing your perma. Yeah. You kind of want to build that story arc. You want to peak, And you know, I was on the downward spiral with Baz. I was role playing him falling apart, and I just felt like it was time. And I didn't realize it was time until after I got back to the ranch after beating up Hart. I got to the ranch. As soon as I got on that porch, I'm like, yeah. I even spoke to Orcish, I think maybe a week or so before I mentioned, I'm like, this is my dream, like how I want him to die if I had my choice.
Dream.
I'm like, I'd want to die on the porch at the ranch. It'd be sick if the law shot me down there. And then just ended up the stars aligned and I got what I wanted. So I just took it.
That's fucking awesome. Well, I think kudos to you. Baz is such a wonderful, incredible, and exceptionally memorable character. And I really, really wholeheartedly believe that he's going to be stupidly missed. And
I appreciate the kind words. Thank you.
Yeah. And on top of that, permaing a character is always a bit rough. But holy shit, just the amount of story that you've created for so many other RPers is fucking insane.
It's the dream, right? You want to not just perma for yourself, but you want to perma for others as well, because it's going to create. You want to create something that people can play off, because everything in the world's a prop, right?
Yeah.
And having that moment can be used to do so many things, and there's people out there using it really, really well. So that's the dream. Is it? You don't want to just kill your character off and then nothing comes of it. You want that to be used by other characters and progress their story as well. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Can I just mention one of my favorite perms? Like you brought up this one of the biggest perms. I think I went back to some history, and do you remember a character named Kitty?
Yeah.
I was watching. I was watching her funeral just to compare it, right? And I almost died of when Peppo gets up and starts quoting Willy Wonka. I told him today. I said, "Listen, if you get up and start talking about Willy Wonka, if you start quoting Willy Wonka at my funeral, bro, we're gonna have a problem." It was the funniest fucking thing. He's quoting the scene in the tunnel, and he just starts slashing up everybody. There's a woman running out of the building going, "Someone stop him!" And you got Georgie at the front saying, I think was it you saying shoot him?
I don't even remember. That whole scene was so fucking chaotic. I was literally standing there and I was like, oh, and I didn't know what to do. And I mean, I had been a lawman for only like a month, 2 months. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck do I do? So I literally I remember in my stupid like pea brain, I had my rope out and I was like, I'm just gonna run. So if he tries to run out the front door, I can get him. I ran out the side door. Meanwhile, people are being like,
everyone was panicking. It was the most chaotic funeral ever. So that was like kind of the bar. Like I wanted to make sure the funeral was better than that. So
I mean, I think that was probably well achieved. Nobody died, so that's good.
Nobody died.
There were no extra bodies at the funeral, so that's good. But yeah, I will also say this: Peppo's speech at the funeral ruined me.
Oh, he's so good.
Ruined me.
He's really good. I've had some fantastic scenes with him. I really enjoy role playing with that guy.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard him cry, but the last couple of streams he's done, he's just phenomenal. You feel it in his voice when he speaks. Like it's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. He's a great. I used to tell him as Baz, like you're a great motivator. You can motivate people to go die for you, dude. But you're such a bad negotiator. He's terrible at that. But it comes to motive, like he can talk and he can hype you up, and you're ready to you're bouncing off your seat. You're ready to go kill people. So now that he's got that, like he's added that emotion that he can feel like that crying and just the heart he's put into the RP. And now he's got that in his tool belt. Like he's next level. He's great.
He is very, very good. I've only ever heard him cry once before in RP, and that was when he was saying goodbye to Renee, who was the person who was stabbing people at Kitty's funeral.
The Willy Wonka guy. Yeah.
The Willy Wonka guy.
Yeah.
And that was so heartbreaking. You know, I don't know about the two of you, but me personally, I'm an empathetic crier. So if somebody else starts crying,
Don't say. Yeah, don't say. I think every conversation I have with you, you're an emotional hostage. You make me listen. Don't give me that face. You know, every conversation with Georgie, I'm telling you, Orkish, she's breaking your heart. What she does.
I've been there. I arrested her.
Terrible.
And
she's got to be stopped. Can someone perma her?
She's soft perma.
Someone. Someone.
Yeah, no. I mean, please. Somebody come do it. Somebody come put her out of her misery. The bitch is sad all the time.
Oh my god.
She does.
She's fucking miserable.
She's always
dude.
crying.
Yeah. She is the most miserable woman in the cross. And then she has moments.
Sorry, I cut you off what you're doing. You're talking about how you're a sympathetic crier.
Oh yeah, massively sympathetic crier, to the point where, like, literally, I whenever I'm RPing with, especially with Trench, and his voice like breaks, my whole body is like, and I have to like physically like bite on my fucking bottom lip to like stop myself from crying, and I fucking hate it because I want to make characters that are like, you know, relatively hard asses who don't cry, but I'm such an emotional little
wait,
fucking
that's your
baby.
goal with Georgie?
Fun fact, Georgie was a criminal when she first came to the crossing. And then she was
I wish
like,
she told me this in character.
well, we could have had more time.
Oh my god. She's always, I'm such a good person.
Wow.
I was a sheriff.
She wasn't even a fucking sheriff.
I'm a sheriff. I could have been a marshal. I'm so good. That's what she was telling me constantly.
She literally, okay, no, we're having a fight now. She never once has ever been like, yeah, I was a fucking phenomenal lawman, because Georgie does not believe it.
Yes, she did. Yes,
no,
she
bitch.
did.
No, bitch.
Yeah, she's
that
like,
never
Baz,
happened.
you got to think about the consequences of what you do.
Yeah,
meanwhile, she's an outlaw. She was an outlaw.
Well, let it be known that you can change, okay?
I did change. I did.
Yes, you did. In the end.
Did you really?
You
Did
died.
Baz change? He changed for
Listen,
what, like a couple weeks? Kind of.
You weren't there when I was doing farm RP, bro. I was brutalizing myself, going to that fucking ranch at the goddamn what's it called? What's the place
Emerald?
called? No, it was the first ranch I had. Hey, help
Oh,
me.
Hanging Dog.
Big Valley. Yeah,
Big
Hanging
Valley,
Dog. It was a shithole. No one wanted to go there, and I'm going up there RPing for 8 hours, RPing, shoveling shit. And then I go back to Valentine, and no one recognized that I was doing good. So I went, fuck it. Let me rob a bank.
Well,
That's right.
That's where you slipped up.
I slipped up because I wasn't getting the credit I deserved, okay? I should have... Listen, Baz wanted to be a lawman, okay? Georgie knows all about it.
That's true.
That would have been
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
They wouldn't have let me, dude.
You would have
I
lost
choked out
your...
like 7 deputies by then, and I kind of tarnished my reputation.
7 already? What was your final tally? Chat tells me you choked out every single deputy.
I choked out, I think it was 12 deputies, 5 sheriffs.
I somehow miraculously managed to avoid being choked down on Esme.
I was also told that only 2 people
You
have
did.
ever choked out Baz, and one of them was McGregor.
Oh.
Yeah, lag, mate. Lag.
I know
Lag
that's what you're...
Lag spike, bro.
You know how many people came into my chat and said he was lagging, bro? He was
Did you watch the
lagging.
VOD? Did you watch the VOD?
I could tell you were lagging. You were teleporting everywhere. You think it made it easier for me to catch you?
Mate, I've already got 350 ping, okay, buddy? It's I know B has figured out a way to manipulate that to use it to her advantage with her
She
bullshit.
does. She has. I don't understand.
I had a fight with her and I landed 20 fucking punches.
Right.
She punches me once, I lose half my goddamn health.
Yeah.
She's got bullshit lag switch from like 2005 and she's abusing it.
I want to point this out. Even though, and I know for a fact that you fucking did this, even though Georgie and fucking Baz got into a fight and you still used a med bag in the middle of the fucking fight, a bandage in the middle of the fucking fight, I still won.
Because you're cheating.
I don't think that
You're not, you say you didn't cheat? You didn't use no bandages?
No, I never use bandages in my fights.
This is a lie.
I don't need to.
This is a lie.
Wait, people use bandages in fights? Should I start doing that?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Kono, is it against the rules?
Kano, is it against the
Absolutely
rules
not.
to use bandages in fist fights?
Absolutely not. Do not do that.
I'm asking a legit question here.
No.
It's cheap as fuck, he says.
It's cheap as fuck. Dude, as if I care.
I'm here for the win. That's how you win RP.
Why do you think I was choking everybody? Huh? It's like the most dog thing you can do. And
roping's worse.
I was choking all over the place.
We had no defense
even
class
tried to
on
choke me at one point.
Baz defense. We figured out we did. We figured out that if you stand sideways, like if you're approached by Baz and he's too close to you to where you can't defend the choke, you're supposed to stand sideways. Because for some reason in the game mechanics, you can still spam Shift F when he charges you and still block him if you're standing sideways. If you're standing face to face, you're
Is
done.
that why everyone was standing sideways against me?
Maybe.
Wow.
Look at what you did.
Exploits, chat, am I right? Exploiting over here?
Fucking.
Look at this. If you stand sideways, you can't get. These are the conversations they have in character. Or if you, how'd you make that make sense in character? Listen, if you
I didn't do the training.
Sideways,
You can-
you could.
Yeah, you can like you can plant your feet there so he can't tackle you.
Exactly. I think that's probably what it was said. Like if you plant your feet sideways, you've got a better chance being able to push him off you.
Power gaming, I know.
It's hardcore power gaming, chat, but we are forced to do that when MLG gamers come into roleplay.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
LMG?
MLG streamers.
I was
That's
gonna say
number one Australia.
Oh my god.
fair enough.
Well,
It's
I
a
mean,
good conversation.
I
This is
mean,
quality.
to be fair, okay, to be fair, the fist fighting mechanics in the game can definitely be very fucking janky.
Yeah.
I will put that out there. There are definitely times where like I've been fighting somebody and had like half my health and then they punched me once and then I'm knocked out.
She knows a secret. She knows something.
Listen here.
That's what I'm
Berts,
trying to
okay?
find out, man. What does she
It's
know?
something. She knows something. She knows something where she can take less damage. I don't know if maybe it's stamina. Maybe if you keep your stamina up, you take less. I don't know what it is, but she has some secret. Because
She's not
I
telling
swear to
anyone.
God, I had a fight with her just outside of Rhodes, and I was beating her up. I was beating her ass all over the place. I was slapping her over the map, and then she just like 3 combos me and just knocks me out.
Do you remember
See what
our
I mean?
fight in the
You see
pig
that reaction?
pens? I feel like that was the same thing. Like I feel like I was
Maybe
winning.
we just need to get good.
She's got a secret. I'm gonna look this up. There's gotta be there's something about the combat that she knows, and she won't share it. It's bullshit. But she just plays on that. She's a great fighter, but she's cheating.
Mate, look, all right. Do you want to go back and forth about this for hours? Because we can.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, okay. It was 3-0, and that's fine. You know, we just need
3-0. I beat you in one of the fights. What are you talking about?
You beat me because
Yeah.
you literally pushed me to the ground and then kicked me in the head.
Hey, that's fighting. That's fighting.
Oh no! Prior to
you
that,
headbutted. You
pulled
headbutted.
me. You
headbutted. Your head button.
pulled me off my damn horse, is what you did. So I was like on the ground, and then you kicked me in the head.
Just remember who won the just remember who won the fight that matters, okay? With the gunfights, all right?
See, Lacey was there. She witnessed it. You cheated. There you go.
Are you talking?
Lacey.
Whoa! Are you talking about bullheaded there?
Yes.
Ooh, bullheaded.
Wait. What was that? What was that? What is that? Is this like, what is this? Is this a
This is me upset.
controversial subject?
Yes. It's
You both
controversial.
got whipped. Actually, I remember you were there too. Great.
Oh yeah, I got absolutely obliterated.
She was downed in the first second. I
it
have
was
the whole
great
video.
fun.
Listen. Your law. That's kind of what you got to do, right?
No, you
have to get killed instantly.
You have to get killed immediately.
Someone has to die straight. Listen, you guys can't shoot first, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to be the sacrificial lamb. Unfortunately, it was her. What can I tell you? Listen, I'm just saying how it is. They can't shoot first, okay? They have to shoot second. So someone's gonna get domed. All right?
It's usually the sheriff. So yeah.
What's a man to do? She was in the middle of the group. I'm sorry. Okay? I feel a little bit bad.
No, you don't.
No, I'm getting artwork done. I'm putting a poster on my fucking wall of it. Exactly.
That is actually very fucking true, and I've seen it, and it is so fucking rad.
Not even close to being done yet. I'll send you both out a copy of it if you want it.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
August, have I not updated you of an update on that?
No.
No, I didn't even know you were getting something commissioned.
It's fucking cool.
Let me send it to you, dude.
Also,
I'll give you an update of it.
Something that we need to do, because Hono messaged me while I was in the middle of RP, and he was like, hey, you need to watch the end of Vertigo's VOD in the podcast tonight. And I was like, why? And he was like, there's a video that's being made. It's fucking amazing. Go watch it. So at some point, we need to pull that up, which I can go and find and look up now. Yeah, I'll go and look for it.
Yeah, send me the link.
That was a special request from Connor himself, being like, "You need to put this up."
Oh shit!
Yeah,
this is fucking cool. So cool.
Yeah, the shading's not done. It's about 50% done. Like there's heaps of detail to be added. But yeah.
Hold on, let me.
Okay, let me see this. Okay. I think I've got it here.
Oh boy.
That is so cool.
We're gonna... No, there's no need to be. This is purely just, everybody being so excited by the incredible work that you've put into your character and everything else.
That post you got on the screen, by the way. Yeah, I'll send that to you guys, both of you.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay,
if you promise to do one thing for me,
yeah,
I'm gonna sign a couple of them, and I'll send you a couple. If you could sign it and send it to each other, then to everyone else that was involved in the whole thing, and I want to get it back to my house with all of you signed it, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Preach.
Yeah. All right, I have sent it to Orcish.
All right.
Stamped and everything. But this was a request from the Thunder God himself, who basically was gushing about it in my DMs.
He actually messaged me during the funeral. He's like, I'm so tempted to make a bolt of lightning hit Baz right now as I'm laying there. I said, dude, if you do that, I said, if you do that, I'm coming back to life. I'm just warning you right now. I'll stand up and be like, oh, I was dead. I'm alive.
What's going on here?
Oh, God.
I can't do a bad impression. I tried, okay? Do you know
Cartman?
Do you know what's hilarious is that I've literally had people say you sound like Cartman to me multiple times, but
that's because you do. You do.
I know. But I on one of my streams that are very, very rare ones that I do, somebody, I think from your community, was like, do a Baz impression because they were collecting Baz impressions. And I did it. And then I completely lost it because I immediately was like, I sound like Cartman. I can't do this.
Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's I sound like Cartman, but because you got a high pitched voice, maybe Baz just is a deeper Cartman. You might be onto something.
There is some Cartmanisms, I think.
There might be some Cartmanisms.
Yeah.
Suck on my balls.
Yeah, have Baz.
You guys, I'm doing it.
I fucking love it.
All right, let's watch this. I hope you
I'm so
timestamped it
excited.
perfectly. Oh,
I did, I think. Pretty sure. So
cannot hear it. It's muted. Is it muted for music?
I can give you the YouTube version. I got it uploaded as unlisted. I can send you the link.
Oh.
Yeah, it's muted for looks like for like the next minute.
I'll hook you up 1 second. They do.
Oh, there it goes.
What the fuck? Time to get that shit reupholstered. You couldn't have used the toilet like a normal person. A lot. Okay, that's not the point. Okay, I ain't complaining about the money. But the point is, what, you couldn't use the toilet or something? You always gotta use my bed.
Damn it, you gotta go. I've told you this multiple
Whoa,
times.
whoa.
Well, let me tell you
Mr.
something. Ain't no
Bass?
gonna be no more shit.
Uh-oh.
Ugly.
Well.
Wait, what?
Oh my.
What the fuck's going on here?
Why are you here?
Is this fella taking you fucking hostage, Ugly? Is that what's going on here?
Mr. Bass, no,
What the fuck
no.
is this?
Looks
Put
like
the
we
gun
got
down.
business,
It
Douglas.
won't do any good.
What do you mean it won't do any
Calm
good?
down. I'm down.
I thought he was fucking dead. Here you are. I find you here. With Ugly. What the fuck did you do, Braithwaite?
Thought I was dead? I don't
Mr.
think he
Bass.
knows, Dudley.
We are dead.
What?
And if you're here, then so are you.
Wait, I don't understand. What do you mean? I'm dead.
Hate to be the one to break it to you, but I am dead. So was Dudley. So were you.
Doug Lee with the hard G. I've told you so many
Who
times.
gives a shit? Apparently you did.
Well, I gave a lot of shits on your couch.
I died. Yeah. I was
No. There's got to be a mistake. You shouldn't be here.
I was at the ranch, and the law came down, and I died.
If it makes you feel any better, Emmett and I have spent quite a long time together here. We've kind of formulated that this is not really heaven nor hell. It's kind of like purgatory, and it's in Armadillo.
Purgatory? What's purgatory?
Dudley, would you please get the man some fine brandy?
Okay.
Irish.
Make it snappy, huh?
Irish whiskey.
Baz. But what did you expect?
Like every soldier, go to heaven, This ain't heaven, this is a fucking shithole.
Well, there is one good thing about this place.
What's that? What are you doing?
Don't do it. Not again.
Oh. What the f...
Yeah, just give it a moment.
Wait,
It
wait,
takes
me-
a minute.
This made for what?
Yeah, just wait for it. There we go.
Holy... Wait, you mean that...
Would you stop doing that?
Wait,
It's just so fun.
wait, he can just come back to life?
It's part of the rules of this place. You can't really ever die.
Holy shit, so you can just shoot him there, Very funny there. This, huh?
Did you see his brain splatter
I did
everywhere?
see his brain splatter there. You see, there he is.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah, he's back. He don't talk about it.
He's back.
Guys, stop doing that.
All right, listen, that was my first fucking time. All right, brave way I couldn't help myself there. All right, if I really wanted to piss you off, I'd ask you where the wife is. But you know, none of you don't dare.
Watch it, Bass.
What you Baz? You calm the fuck down, will you? It's really fucking mad.
Ah, god damn it, not
What
again.
the fuck is this?
Carter,
I tied him up. He must have got loose.
it's okay.
You tie me up every single day, and I'm
You
sick
did.
of it.
Yeah, and you come in here and try to arrest us every single day forgetting that you're fucking dead.
Well, I mean, well, y'all out here shooting each other, blasting each other every single day. What do you want from me?
What else are we supposed to do?
Listen,
Every time
I've
you
lost
shoot me,
my
man.
damn purpose, Baz. I gotta do something. I gotta keep these two in check, right?
Man still thinks he's worth something.
I was always worth something.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny there, Carter, that we have all these different people here and you, Mr. Greed Two Shoes, always does the right thing, Mr. fucking Sheriff stays in the same fucking place? Isn't that weird? Huh?
Yeah, that is slightly weird, and I'm not quite sure who or why they're punishing me. Maybe it was that. Maybe they sent me on purpose. Maybe they knew these two would be here messing around. They sent me. This is my purpose now. Every single day.
Break here, fellas. Y'all really thought that y'all would ride off into the sunset together?
Well, I wasn't thinking about together there, but I thought I was gonna go to heaven. You know what? I still might go to heaven there. I don't know about you, do.
Still might go to heaven. Come on, fellas. Don't tell me I'm the only one here that realizes we all here for a reason.
And what reason's that, Braithwaite?
Yeah, Braithwaite.
For what we did in our lives. This is our penance.
Listen, I was good as good could be. All right, I tried hard every single goddamn day. All right, maybe I wasn't perfect, but goddamn, to be stuck here with you two, you three.
Hold on.
For the rest-
Whoa. What do you mean? That's three? What the fuck did I ever do to you, Carter? Huh? What did
You
I
choked me out God knows how many times.
A little choking, now and again, ain't that big of a deal, all right? You fucking law dogs always blew it out of proportion there, all right? You're always making it like it was this big deal, all right? If you fellas...
It was a big deal.
Well, if it was such a big deal, then why'd you hire me to teach you the technique then?
It was more than... Oh,
What the fuck? What?
It happened again.
What?
what? You shit yourself again?
No, he multiplied.
Oh, there's multiple peanuts.
Oh, wow.
Whenever he gets overexcited, he seems to just split into two.
Are you
There's
sure that
multiple peanuts running around. I can't
You
keep
sure
track
that-
of which the real one is.
maybe he had children? Maybe he was pregnant. Is that possible?
I mean, we're in purgatory there, Carter. I mean, Carter all right? I mean, he seems a little bit
Listen,
confused.
anyway.
There's a lot of confusing shit going on.
Yes, there is.
We're all trying to put the puzzles together here.
Look, Carter, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Now, Dudley, I want to talk about you real quick.
Of course you do.
Yeah, well. We in purgatory. What about penance, huh?
Did they just talk about the couch incident? Is that what they do?
Yeah, every single day.
And then you do the arresting every single day?
Every single day.
No. You dying was a real kick in the teeth, you know that?
Well, I tried to hold on as long as I could.
You know, I just wanted to let you know, and I guess now it doesn't fucking matter because we're dead. But I didn't hate you. I was just, you know, angry. Yeah.
I know. Maybe there's a lot of things that, looking back, that I would have done differently. Probably never have let Banks do the things that he did and let that spiral out of control, and how to change that.
Hey,
You're a good friend of mine.
yeah, you were a good friend too. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's why I was so angry, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry for everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, Bass.
I've only been here for just a little bit. I already miss my wife. I miss my son. I miss Barkley. I miss Jack, Pip, all of them.
Even I'm gonna miss a lot of people on that list. People that I saw every day. I mean, I wish I got to say goodbye to Jackson. I didn't speak to her for a long time, and I chose not to, and I regret that too.
Yeah. I guess this is the way it fucking goes, right?
That's the way it goes.
I guess no one really leaves this world the way they plan or want to. Things left behind broken, and we didn't get a chance to fix them.
Well, I guess some stories are meant to be left untold.
Yeah. Hey, at least, I get to see you and Dougley again. Yeah, you always were a fair sheriff there, cut him.
I try to be.
Yeah, you should see the fucking law you left behind. They're in fucking shambles.
Well, that's what they said when Banks died too, so.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, I guess I'll go get myself another Irish whiskey. Oh, by the way, Riggs killed that Banks there. Alright.
Are you just gonna drop that on me now?
Well, does it really fucking matter now, does it? I mean, you know.
Otherwise, he'll get angry.
You know, we can have this conversation every day too.
Hey, Mr. Bass, Peanut.
Ugh.
Get it through his head yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
You just gotta give him some time.
I missed you, Dougley.
Poor fella.
I missed you too.
Oh, god damn it. What the fuck? Oh.
What the hell?
What the fuck? What was that? What was that?
We're too close to town limits. We gotta get back inside.
Oh, god, wait, we can't leave fucking town?
No.
Oh, this is fucking bullshit.
Every time we try, lightning strikes.
Alright, give me a fucking Irish whiskey, will you?
Mr. Baz,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I let you down.
You didn't let me down, son, alright? Yeah, you were the, you're like a son to me. Yeah,
I was?
of course. Yeah,
I
you
just
know,
wanted to be your soldier, your faithful soldier.
Nah, you know what's on your fucking grave, right? It says Dudley Kerrigan on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Baz!
All right. Yeah, it's all right. All right.
I know it's not appropriate, but I really am glad to see you. For what it's worth.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you too, son.
Let me get you that whiskey.
Yeah, give me that whiskey. Fellas, what about a hand of, like, you know, poker or something, huh? Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, let's do that.
Though there's not a poker table here. That's the only problem.
You just gotta imagine it there, right? And then
I mean, if you got a deck of cards, sure, we can play that way.
We can play upstairs.
What do you guys think? Huh? Ah? Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Smokey, Kono, and
Yeah.
who else was there too? Oh, that's right, Riley. Yeah,
Nah, we don't
taking
have
the
to
time
shout
out of
him
the days
out.
to do that with me. We don't shout him out here.
We don't shout out Righty here. No, but
It was cool.
yeah.
It's fun to do.
Who
I
came up with the idea?
What's that?
I said, who came up with the idea? Was it you?
Yeah. It was all just ad lib RP as usual. The only idea I had with the whole thing was that Carter would come in and try to arrest them every single day. That's the only idea I had with the whole thing. I said, the only thing I want you to happen is we'll just do our RP and you just come in the door and you try to arrest him. And this is something you do daily. That's the only idea we had. We actually did 2 different takes. I have a completely different version.
Oh, wow.
Which we did, and then we did a second one. I went with the second one. I like the second one better. So
What happened in the first one that you didn't like?
I think it was just a lot of us killing each other. It was just a lot of us shooting each other and laughing about it. Then we end up going outside and having like a massive gunfight in Armadillo. And we ran around for like 20 minutes. We got sidetracked.
That sounds like great fun. Purgatory
Oh, it
sounds
was
like
good.
great fun.
And who won the gunfight? You say out of the 4 people? Oh, that would be me. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
me and Carter were the last 2, and he had a rifle. I had my navy, and it's a shame.
Feels good.
It was good. I was made to be law. You know, maybe that's my next that's my next character.
Well, I mean, they're always looking for more lore.
Mm-hmm. I'll last a
Interesting.
week.
Uh,
I'll come.
what? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
From on
yeah.
first
Is it-
death.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's my camera doing? It's having a moment. It doesn't really want to do the job that it's meant to do. That's fine. Do you have you thought seriously about actually doing law?
Yeah, I'm probably doing law next.
Oh
I'm gonna
really?
take a month or 2 off. I'll give law a try. The main motivation behind is I just want to see the other side. I feel like
Okay.
I can learn from it. If I like it, I'll stick around, of course. But I want to get a full picture of like what they deal with. That way, I can RP better with them.
Interesting.
I'm
Okay.
always trying to improve. This is my first time playing a character for this long. Usually, my RP characters are really chill on public servers. Last for a couple days. I move on to the next video, next game, whatever. This is the first time I've RP'd consistently for this long on a legit server, and I learned a lot. And I feel like there's a lot more to be learned. So I really want to learn that side of things.
Wow. Do you normally make like more one-shot type characters?
Yeah, just one-shot characters. Usually with Moon, and usually Moon kills my character within the first couple days. Yeah, he's blown me up. He's thrown me off a fucking waterfall. And I've done a lot of armor RP. but I've never done anything like for this long, this serious. So, you know, it was a learning experience for sure.
Well, definitely, especially if it's your like first time doing something that consistently. What did you feel like you really learned?
Well, I know I can do comedy characters relatively easy. It was I feel like I got a lot better at the more dramatic stuff. I feel like I improved a lot in that regard. So I guess my biggest lesson is just I feel like I learned so much from so many people. It's like it's not even any one thing. You're just surrounded. You guys know this. You're surrounded by so many talented people that are always got their A game, and you can't help but just absorb that. You know, it's so easy. They make it so easy to get emotional and to get angry because everyone's so real about it. You know. It's easy to really care about these characters. They make you care so easily. It's rough. Yeah. So,
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you go, Orkish.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's about that time for our question. B.
What question?
All right, we have.
Why is
so
she
we
laughing?
have. Why is she laughing?
Why is she laughing? That's ominous as fuck.
It's about that time where we ask that question. We ask this question to everyone who comes on.
I should have really done research about this podcast before I came on.
And so it usually takes people a while to come up with an answer. So I'm gonna ask the question. You can answer it later on. If you could smash any RP character in real life, who would it be and why?
What the fuck? Hang on. Could you define that? Because here in Australia, that could mean a few things. You mean smash as in beat them up, like fuck them up, sort of thing? No,
I think the New Zealander should define it.
Yeah, no, not smash as in, you know,
okay,
you're not gonna go and smash them. No, smash as in, you know.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I have to go down the safest route here. Oh god.
What's the
Effie
safest?
May. Effie May is the answer to this question. 100%. Effie May. There you go. It didn't take me long at all, did it? There you go.
That was impressive.
Huh?
I'm gonna say this for the record in case anyone else is listening to this podcast in your vicinity. That is record timing for the answer to that question.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's an easy answer when it's Effie May, isn't it? Huh?
Also, the most common answer we get. I'm kidding.
Has anyone said Baz yet?
No.
No.
You let me know. You keep me posted when someone says Baz, all right?
Someone says Baz, we'll let you know.
Let me know. Thank you.
Baz is an attractive man.
What about Les?
Les is dead.
What?
I'm not bringing him back. He's dead.
I thought he was such a good character.
I was gonna bring him back, but I watched some of the lore streams, and there's a character named Giorgio who did the whole timid young cadet that rises up to be. I didn't want to step on his, like, that's his story arc. He's done that. I don't want to step on his toes, and plus I got OCD where I don't want to do the same thing as someone. And you know, let him have that story. That's cool. And yeah. I think it's a cool story. Yeah, and I don't want to step on his toes. Let him have that spotlight of being like the young cadet that rises through and, you know, gains confidence and belief and all that. It's a cool one. I'll come up with someone else. I'm just gonna play a complete douchebag lawman. That's my goal. I'm gonna make Banks look like a baby. You watch. You watch.
I mean, what do you mean? You're gonna be like a big tough hard ass, or you just
no, I'm gonna
like
be a real
asshole?
skinny. No, I'm gonna be a real skinny dude who locks Pip up in the cell there, and when there's no lawman around, I'll walk in there and beat him up a little bit, you know, slap him about a little bit, and tell him the fuck, you know, fucking answer me, you know, get in there.
That is not allowed.
I'm gonna get banned. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Will your chat start shouting corruption, or will they cheer you on? Just curious what you think.
They'll cheer me on. Oh, they'll love it. Oh, they'll love it. You watch my chat completely do a 180. These fucking criminal scum. They'll be going over to the outlaws chats and giving them shit. You guys are cheating. You're peeking on screens where the law is. You watch. My chat's a bunch of hypocrites. I tell them this all the time.
Yeah. It's great.
They're just so desperate to support you, which is so sweet, but also
you know what annoys me? They support me on other people's streams. You go to my streams, they just abuse me. Mm-hmm. They just abuse me. They just call me an idiot, and they say you're doing the wrong thing. Are you dumb? You got the brain the size of a stick insect. That's my chat.
And then the stick insect's pretty big.
What'd you say?
I said a stick insect's pretty big.
Are they?
A brain the size of a stick insect. You're telling me that's pretty big?
Have you seen stick insects? They're huge.
I'm talking about the size of a stick insect's brain.
Oh.
B.
Okay, maybe my brain is the size of a stick.
He doesn't know what we're talking about, I think, by the way, just to put that out there.
I know what a stick insect is.
Are you sure?
I think so. They look
What is it?
They're insects that look like sticks.
Okay, fair enough. You know what a stick insect is.
I mean, I've never seen one in real life, but I've seen videos.
Yes, that's gonna be my lore character. I plan to have him pulled aside and told you're fired within the first week, and then I'm gonna go outlaw again.
On the same character?
What's that?
On the same character?
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
If I get fired, I'm gonna make like a militia. I'm just gonna hunt outlaws.
Make a militia of disgraced
lawmen. I'll get Georgie in there. I'll get Riggs in there.
Oh God. There you go.
I'll get McGregor once he's trying to marry Riggs down the line, and they kick him out for that. I'll take him. We'll be good.
Look,
I saw your interrogation tape. You're fucked, bro.
She told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the crackers were worth it. That's all I gotta say. Did you put that in the report, by the way, that you bought crackers and beer? Was that in the report, McGregor?
Well, okay, so I can't write a report about it because it's about another senior deputy. So,
wow, look at this corruption here. Corruption.
I actually just asked
this guy.
I just asked the deputy marshal if he wanted the full transcript or just the stuff pertaining to the case, and he said just the stuff pertaining to the case. That's fine. Sweet. He doesn't have to know about the crackers or the beer.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
He's going through those loopholes.
That's my plan. I fully plan to be a complete scumbag lawman. It's gonna be great. And yeah, I'll use my streamer privilege. I'll get a couple warnings.
So you should be able to last at least a week.
I'm joking, Kono. Kono, I'm joking. I see you in chat there. I'm fucking with you.
I love the fact that he's, backing out of it.
I ain't backing out. You watch. I'm gonna beat the shit out of someone in the cell. I'm telling you right now. It's probably gonna be Pip because I know that he's not gonna snitch on me because he's not a snitcher. So I'll get him. I'll use that meta info and I'll just beat the shit out of him. It'd be great.
I mean, Pip though. McGregor hates Pip, but only because he shot him so much. But there are some other criminals that annoy law way more than Pip.
Oh, you think Danny's escaping my wrath? Are you kidding me?
You better choke out Danny.
No, there's not gonna be any chokes. It's gonna be handcuff beatdowns.
So they can't fight back?
Yes.
That's so rude.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're a criminal scumbag. You get what you deserve. I'm gonna have the reputation. If you get arrested by my guy, prepare yourself for some penetration there.
Sir?
Somewhat.
Sir?
No, we'll just move on from there.
No. What was it that you used to say? The penetration champion?
Yeah, that was unfortunate, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you have no idea the amount of times I went around bragging about how Georgie was the penetration champion to everybody in the crossing. you have no idea the scope of this thing. Like, that's your reputation. I was going to every saloon, and they were talking about you know, is there any hookers in here? I'm like, you know them, you know. You want
Listen, okay.
I got a girl at home then. She's the penetration champion.
I'm gonna
She's
fucking-
she
I'm gonna dig
she takes
Baz
on all the
back up.
fellas and they can't beat her.
I cracked the fuck up when I saw on the will about the fucking eggs.
Oh yes. I had to bring up the eggs.
Of course. Every time a coconut, you know, it has to happen. But
Well, you know, I thought he would be crying, so you know, add some levity in there. You know, I knew that that get you to laugh. So
that's very true. I will say this: there have been, I don't know about the two of you, but there have been times where there are certain people I like gun after to try and make them laugh because I know it's really fucking difficult to make them laugh. Or like get them to like break character and laugh.
I don't do that.
Vert, were one of them. I used to desperately try and catch you laughing or try and make you laugh. I also desperately used to try and make Smokey laugh because I never fucking hear him laugh. I have a little shit tendency where I'm like, I want them to break character. I want them to laugh.
you have made me laugh once.
One time.
And
Once
one
is better
time,
than
one time, I don't remember what it was, but it was outside the ranch, and then it was inside the ranch out the front, and I had to mute my mic for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I can't remember what you said though, but I was muted for quite a while. And
Yeah,
you're like,
you
you
were.
okay? I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there.
I can't remember what the fuck it was. Was it something? Oh my god! Hello, my house.
What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, it's my family moving chairs.
Moving chairs, huh?
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
But Smokey is hard to get. I made Smokey laugh once. He's hard to get. He's a tough one to crack as well.
There are people where it's just so satisfying to make them laugh because they have play like really serious characters and they never laugh.
Yes.
Smokey is definitely one of them.
Yes.
I've-
He's great.
I've got him like twice, I think. But one of the first times I remember making him laugh was because of a joke that he made, but it was my reaction to it, I think. Where it was when he was playing a character called Curtis, and he was a criminal and, you know, ominous as a lot of his characters can be.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when I was a deputy on Georgie, and he kept thinking that Georgie was Australian. And so one day he went up to her and was like, "Hey, Boomerang." And Georgie turned around and was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And then I heard him go, and then turn off.
That's the typical Georgie reaction, though.
Oh yeah. What the fuck
Yeah.
did you just say? She's just
She wants to
unnecessarily
fight
sassy.
She's ready to fight at any moment.
Dude,
She really is.
She was punching. Like, at the end, she was just punching me. There was no what the fuck. It was just punch. It was like the go-to thing. She was abusive.
Sometimes.
If this was real
Sometimes.
life, you'd be locked up for abuse. She was beating the shit out of Baz on the daily.
Well, you know, there were
Should've-
definitely times where
You should have
he deserved
RP'd
it.
like has a black eye, a bloody lip,
I was.
walking around.
What happened
What's
to you?
wrong, Baz? What happened?
I'd
Oh,
walk
my
into
favorite-
the bedroom and Reese would be in there. I'd be like, for me, bruised eye. What happened? Oh, you know, I made a joke. When I
I
shouldn't
made
have.
a joke.
I made a joke about the eggs again.
And you expected her not to retaliate?
Do you hear this? You actually, I told a joke about the eggs, and she's like, "Yeah, what did you expect? What, you expected not to get fucking punched in the face?
Yeah, I mean,
What are you, nuts?"
as a law character, I would probably have said, "All right, well, you can't really,
Step in, will you?
you can't really
Where's
punch
the law when you
somebody."
need them?
Can't really punch someone
locked
for
up
that.
right
Jazz
away.
Major on the law, that's all.
Actually, McGregor probably would have said
She's
something
an
like,
informant.
"Oh, Baz, are you pressing charge? Are you worried about getting beat up by Georgie?"
I probably would have choked you out then on the spot, honestly. How's that? You fucking think I'm scared? Yeah, you fucking man.
I'm not gonna rat on her.
No, I would have been standing sideways, so you wouldn't have been able to.
True.
Dude, please. Did I ever choke McGregor out?
Yeah, actually, you were trying to be good, and you punched me once when it was the whole besmirchments about the Baz milk, and McGregor
cannot
punched you
believe-
back.
This is all you and Effie made. You know the whole Riggs
not.
bank story arc is your fucking fault, dude, because you can't keep your big mouth shut. No?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Let me ask you something. If Baz heard from somebody that he drank someone else's bathwater, what was his
Yes.
what would his reaction have been?
My reaction would be go to the person that might have put the bathwater there and say, "Excuse me, sir, did you put fucking bathwater in my milk?" I wouldn't go and tell everybody.
He didn't tell any. The only person he told was Riggs and Carter.
And Carter.
That's it.
Just the sheriff. Just the sheriff.
He was my boss.
Yeah, well, mate, you got Banks killed. And listen, B, do you even know? Do you know how
didn't.
deep this goes?
No.
Does she know? Have you told her what you did?
What about what?
How you're the reason why this all happened?
No,
You're the catalyst.
I disagree with this entirely.
Okay, B, let me tell you this. I want you to I'm going to tell you this story.
Hold on,
I'll
let me
make
get
it
settled in.
short.
Hold on, let me get
I need a
settled in.
beer.
Yes.
Tell the story.
And
Okay.
you tell
Hold on,
me
let me grab my drink. Continue.
if you okay. So McGreggy
Yeah, I'm
finds
listening.
out
Okay.
that there might be bathwater in the cream. Okay? All right.
Wait, who's bathwater?
Riggs.
Okay. Oh,
And Riggs is a deputy.
okay.
And so's he. All
All
right.
right. Listening. Yeah.
He goes and tells Carter and Riggs
Okay.
out in the middle of the street of Valentine where people can hear. All right. This gets back to Banks, who then persists to open up an investigation on Baz and his cream, which makes Riggs go and warn Baz that there's an investigation on his cream, which then leads to her getting fired, which creates the entire outlaw fucking path and downfall of. He killed my character. This guy killed my fucking character right here. This is the villain.
Doing outlaw things
no.
before then.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
What rustling chickens?
Hostage on Ophelia inside of a bank. You motherfucker.
Listen, I feel it. Listen, first of all,
Don't.
pretty sure. Okay, fine, fair enough. But I had redeemed myself since then.
Okay.
Okay, can we agree that he got Riggs fired? Can we agree with this?
Okay. I get a chance to defend myself, right?
Okay.
McGregor gets to defend himself. So first of all, his
McGregor gets to
investigation
defend
was
himself.
not official.
Yes.
And when Banks questioned him about it, he told him, this is completely off the books. This is not an official. And he was like, yeah, but she did tell you. And he was like, actually, I don't remember her saying that. So
Did he use it? Did he use it against her?
He used it against her because other people told him that she said that.
And where did they get that? Where did those people hear it from?
From Riggs. Riggs said it. Riggs
man.
told him to stop investigating jokingly because it was all a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It's bathwater we're talking about here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure putting someone's bathwater in milk is pretty illegal.
I looked through the penal code. There was nothing I could charge anyone with.
Are you telling me that if you found, what's the most popular milk brand over there?
Okay.
If you found out there was like the wife's fucking bathwater was in there, you don't think they get a little bit in trouble by the law? Just a little bit? It's just a joke, mate. That's my livelihood that you're besmirching there, bro.
But did you do it?
Yes.
So you put poo-poo Valentine bathwater in my character's milk, and he vomited for days because of it. And it's
You know the
somehow
funniest thing?
my fault that he had to investigate.
Yes. And then 2 months later, you're drinking it anyway. You're still drinking the cream.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe you'll drink it because it was Rick's bathwater.
No. Are you telling me? Hold on. Hold on. Are you telling me that there was still bathwater in it?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I role-played. Dude, every delivery, I was role-playing. We'll go in the kitchen, and there'd be people in the kitchen help me make the fucking milk. And I'd do. Baz walks up to the cabinet, pulls out murky water, some murky liquid, and then I pour it into the cream, and then we go and deliver it.
I actually believed you that it was just the first batch.
No, it was every batch.
That's so gross.
It's so good, man. Mate, it's gold. It's comedy
God.
gold. And then you're drinking it up still. It's great.
I almost,
Georgie was drinking it up. Everyone was drinking it up. It's fantastic.
I almost,
I'm dying.
I actually, did I drink that on McGregor
Mate,
again?
you were slurping it. I was there. I watched you do it. I said, mate, could you help head back there, McGregor? And you're like, just sculling it, bro. You're loving it. In fact, now it all makes sense. I'm surprised you didn't say, wait a second, Baz. Did you put milk in my bathwater? My Riggs's bathwater? Did you put milk in this? I'm surprised you weren't pissed off about that.
Look.
Anyway, we've gone on this fucking tangent now about the fucking bathwater.
We have. But I think everyone in chat agrees that we're all glad Baz is dead now.
Oh, yeah. Mate, you thought it was going to make the crossing a nicer place, mate. It's got worse. He was the glue holding it. He was making them all sane, bro.
Look at chat.
Oh, they love me.
I'm sweating from laughing so hard.
Okay.
It's good.
Oh, fucking hell.
I
I'm
mean,
glad you had me on. This is good.
you know what?
I'm dying.
Shit happens. I do remember saying
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
My character's dead because of this guy. Shit happens.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a humble rancher until you besmirched the milk.
Riggs got put in prison
Yes,
because of Baz. And that's the truth.
What are you talking about? Are you
truth,
telling
man.
me that she's not smart enough to make her own decisions?
No,
Is this what you're saying?
I'm saying that he pushed her into becoming a criminal.
I pushed her to become a.
She
No,
was
to
a
be fair-
lawful. She was a lawful
fair-
citizen until she met
To be fair,
Baz.
that bitch had she had criminal intentions the second that badge came off.
Really?
Bro.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Oh
she-
yeah.
She committed a bigger crime than Baz ever did.
Well, yeah. I
Yes.
mean, well,
I killed Hank. You can shove at Hank.
You
Fucking
killed
Hank, bro.
someone as well.
No. That was second degree.
Hers wasn't second degree.
Dude, she walked him up to a cliff, talked to him for like 5-10 minutes, and then shot him in the face. I walked up to Hank and went, hey, Hank, how you doing? Bang. I didn't think about it. It was just reaction. I didn't give him the time of day.
My favorite thing about Baz is the fact that he does something and he's like, yeah, I did it, and
Yeah.
it's
That's
like, what?
it.
Did you expect me to think about it? I didn't. I just did
No,
it.
I just did it. I just do
Yeah.
things.
I do the thing.
I just do the thing.
Why is everybody upset?
Actually, if you go back and watch the Riggs killing Banks, Baz was going to try to stop her doing it. I walked up behind her, and I was just about to put /me. I was going to emote putting my hand on her shoulder and saying, it's not the right thing to do. But as soon as I walked up behind her, she said, step back, Baz, like, get away. So I stepped away, and I let her do her thing. I didn't want to get involved. But yeah. Yeah, there you go. Even Baz wouldn't kill Banks. I wouldn't. She was very upset with him. What can I tell you, dude?
What if Banks had insulted you, had insulted Baz right in that moment? Then he would have killed him, right?
No. You see, Baz is so misunderstood. It's actually crazy. I go and watch some of your fucking streams, and the way they talk about him, like, oh, he wants to like kill all the law. It's like, no.
I can
Not
back
at
that
all.
up.
Not at all.
Yeah. He was a very complex fucking character.
I mean, McGregor understood that he wasn't like crazy murderer, but he also knew that like when the anger took him,
Oh yeah.
he did some shit.
But he also created peace when there was war as well. It was him that put an end to the war. It was him. There was people. There was a gang robbing the Blackwater area, right? There was people getting robbed there 2-3 times a day. Baz found out who the gang was, pulled them aside, and told them basically, "You're not robbing no one in Blackwater no more." And Blackwater became fucking safe because Baz told them to fuck off, otherwise you have to deal with him. He didn't go and beat them up or kill them. So is he a good guy? No, he's not a good guy. But he's also not
A monster.
He's not a monster villain who ran a massive gang at the ranch. For the most part, the ranch was just people that were close to him that liked him, and most of them were just, a lot of them were just like borderline just civilians and maybe dabble into outlaw stuff. There was no hardened criminals over there really, except for Jack, who used to visit. But anyone that lived there was like gray. Honestly, that's the truth.
Absolutely.
He's not Gavin Summers. It ain't fucking Van Horn.
No, and that was the thing, right? And something that was at least evident for me was that Baz wasn't the kind of person who was like, I want chaos, I want carnage for the sake of chaos and carnage. Like, he didn't want to see the fucking world burn. He just wanted a family.
Yeah.
And that was all he fucking cared about. You know, he had his morals, and he definitely had his moments where there were some choices that were questionable.
Of course, because in his world, violence,
it's the only thing he knows, right?
Yes, that's what he did. That's what he is. He's a soldier, right? He knows war. He knows fighting. And he's always, when he gets angry or frustrated, that's his go-to thing, is violence. But he's never looking for it.
No. And I think that was really evident, especially with the war stuff that was happening between Braithwaite's and everybody else. Like, he definitely had his moments where he was upset about things that happened to his people, but more importantly, he was more worried about what happened to the people who he cared about more than what happened to himself, which I think is something that most people missed. They go, oh, well, he just wants chaos and carnage for the sake of chaos and carnage.
But that's the cool thing. That's the great thing about the server, because it's so big now. That the message can be distorted and the translation's off. So the law had this completely different outlook. Because I always had it in my head that Baz could have been redeemed. He could have been saved. He didn't have to keep going down that route. Problem is, he was sinking into a hole. Towards the end, he was sinking into a hole. And there was a lot of people that were just sort of feeding into it and like letting it happen. He was spiraling. Like, that's why the Molly thing was such a big deal to him, because she was the only pure lawful good character that really hasn't done anything wrong, or that still believed he had good in him. She was one of the last ones, if not the last one. And when she told him, I don't want to see you anymore, and maybe I see things clearer now and see what you really are, in his head, I'm unredeemable. I'm a monster. I need to go. I need to die. That's the way I played it. He wanted to leave because that's one thing that he told multiple people. I don't want to be remembered as a monster. I want to be remembered as a veteran and a soldier and a family man. So as soon as it clicked in his head that he's irredeemable, if Molly thinks I'm irredeemable, then I am. Yeah. That's the thing. He could have been saved. And although, McGregor kind of saw it, most people didn't. I think Georgie saw it too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
no one on the law saw it. That's for sure.
No, I know that for a fact.
And
I know that for a fact.
The problem with that, and it's not just your character; it's a lot of characters. Like, example, even McGregor thinks that Tommy Two Snakes is a fucking crazy lunatic monster. Right. And I've gathered from other people that he's not. Like, he's a more complex character than I really know. At least that's what chat has told me. Yep. But it's like the rule on the server, not rule, but like the kind of unspoken rule on the server is, if you're a criminal, you don't say shit to the law. And so all we know of you guys are what's in the reports. And the reports are pretty limited.
I agree. I mean, even some of the stuff that I've said to the law, like I know I've said a few times, you made me a monster and this, and I know that's a very common thing for the law to hear. Like, you're the reason why I did this. It's your fault. It's your fault. Yeah. That's not what I was aiming for with Baz. It's not so much that they made him a monster; it's that they saw him as one. And that's why when one of the lines I say at the end was, you know, you call me a monster, then you're surprised when I do monstrous things or I become a monster. It wasn't about them turning him into one. It was more that they saw him as one, and they weren't able to shift that point of view to try to change. They didn't want to change their mind. They had their mindset. This is who he is. That's what Banks was about. Even when Baz was on the straight and narrow track, he's saying you're a dog.
Yeah.
You're always going to be a dog. You know, make sure you're scratching behind the ear. Put him on a leash. All that stuff.
Fucking pandas.
So it's not that he. What's that?
Fucking
Pandas?
pandas.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's great. Yeah, he's
He
great.
is.
But yeah, I didn't want to. I like a few people said that. It's like, you know, every outlaw says that about their character. Like, you know, the law did it. That's not the way I was trying to approach it. I mean, most people understood where I was going for. But yeah, it was more being treated and seen as one more so than actually them physically and, you know, making him one. That's not true at all. You know, I'm responsible for all my actions, and Baz is responsible for everything that he did.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, every action he did, he thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important, especially when playing a crim, is that you shouldn't necessarily. This is just my own perspective on crim roleplay. I don't necessarily think that you should be going out there causing chaos for the sake of chaos. I think that every single criminal should have a complete justification that makes complete sense to them.
Yeah.
Of what they're doing and why they think what they're doing is right. I think that makes a really fucking great criminal.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing about bad guys, when they truly believe what they're doing is right.
Absolutely. Because there's nothing, and this is something touching on a bit of real world stuff. You know, there's something to be said about charismatic leaders. Because if you're charismatic and you really believe in whatever it is that you're selling or talking about, or the cause or the justice behind anything that you're leading, you become so enraptured in the idea or the philosophy that these people are selling that you go, oh no, this actually makes sense why they're doing this, even if it's terrible. And that, to me, makes a terrifying villain, because there's somebody who is like, this makes sense, and I can make you see the same sense as me, even if it's completely fucking wrong.
Cult of personality.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you think about every single fucking cult leader that's ever existed, and that's basically how
Well, that was Baz. Like, Baz wasn't a great leader, like, at all. He's not a good leader. He's just got a personality that, you know, drew people. But he wasn't a leader.
No, but, you know, charisma will get you a very long way.
Oh, of course, yeah. No doubt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, for example, my camera's deciding to blur me again. That's fine. But, for example, when I think about, like, very charismatic leader types, in terms of managing to, you know, kind of coerce people into their cause and being like, yeah, this, like, let me show you, like, you can totally be part of this. This makes sense. People like Gavin Summers. Who else? Renee Sons, who was Peppo's last character. Jack Kettleman as well.
Yep.
And I'm forgetting the name of Jam's character.
Cloud? Were you talking about Biggs?
Biggs and Klaus. That's right. Biggs and Klaus. Yep. So they're people who are like very charismatic, very good with people, know how to charm people, and people are like, oh, okay, like I'm more lenient towards the kind of ideology that they're selling. And that way people will never snitch them out. You know, they will be like, okay, no, what he's saying makes sense. I can totally get behind that. They're very good at coercing people to their cause. Yep. And that, to me, is really dangerous, because I've seen, definitely, like in the past, criminals who have like a very charismatic, like very charming personality even manage to like coerce like law members into like coming over and being with them, being like, our side makes more sense than what you're fighting for. Right. And that is really fucking hard to do. Yeah. But so fucking effective when it's done well. Mm-hmm. And I think that makes some really fucking good like crim RP and really interesting crim RP to watch.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
And you know, it's actually funny. Baz's death has created this whole like tornado of like carnage. Like people, like there's bounties and people are trying to hurt. Like that's like the opposite thing that Baz would want his family to be fucking doing. That's the crazy thing. Is like even some of the family like completely misunderstood. Like if Baz was there, you think he'd be telling Danny like, "What the fuck? Like, don't be beaten up." Like Baz didn't go out and start shooting Law for no reason.
Yeah.
Do you
Like,
think
he wasn't
that,
doing that?
Do you think Baz didn't do that because that just wasn't him, or do you think he did it because he knew like there's going to be consequences to that?
Because it doesn't make any sense, dude. As I said, he didn't go out looking to hurt people for no reason. Now, he shot Law at Fort Mercer because he felt that his back was against the wall. Dudley had just been shot, maybe dead. Pip was saying that he was dead. Law was saying that he was alive or injured. He felt like he was in a corner because Riggs, the gang thought that Mills was going to get hung for Banks, right? So we fought our way out of that. The other law person that I beat up was Carter, but that wasn't because he was a lawman or anything. That was a personal thing because Baz thought that he handled the whole Riggs thing really, really badly with coming to the ranch and stuff. It's like, because he was leading that pack into the fucking ranch, right? And Baz saw Carter as a friend.
Yeah.
And he thought that he betrayed them. It wasn't a law thing. I didn't, you know, I'm gonna go to a lawman and just beat him up because he's a lawman. That's not what it was about.
No.
So,
how do you think Carter? What could Carter have done differently in that situation? Like in Baz's perspective,
they could have been professional about it. Instead of coming to the ranch instead of standing there in Valentine and stripping of her, like suspending her in front of everybody, in front of Baz, by the way. Banks did that on purpose. That's 100% the reaction he wanted.
Yeah.
Just so we know.
To prove.
Because he walked up.
Yeah.
He walked up to Baz after and says, "You don't understand. You think this is all about you, Baz, but it's not. You're just a pawn." Right? That's what he told. It's what he told Baz. The second thing he could have done better was when they rode onto the ranch, Banks put Carter in charge of that whole scenario. And it went to complete shit. He could have taken her away. It could have been done at the office. It could have been done at the sheriff's office, away from Baz, away from the family. But instead, they want to humiliate her on the way out. So the way that I was picturing it was, you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be her partner. And you're just going to discard her like she's trash. Because why? Because she warned me about an investigation about fucking Cream.
There was more than that, but
yeah. I know that. I'm talking about what I know.
Oh yeah, right.
Like that's the way I'm seeing it. It's like because she warned me. Like Carter warned me. Carter pulled me aside and said they were investigating me. You know, she wasn't the only one. There was a few of them.
I literally told you that I was investigating you.
Yes, there you go. So that was such a confusing time, but it was confusing. Out of character, I know that they had a little bit more, and I know that, but it was handled so fucking bad.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I've noticed within RP itself is that the game of miscommunication is life changing.
Oh, it makes for great RP though.
I was just gonna say that, like, it's super frustrating. But it's also like, oh man, if there wasn't miscommunication, things would just not be as juicy at all.
Oh yeah, I mean the game. Like for example, I know because Georgie is fucking been around too long, but she's fucking been here too long. But you know, the game of telephone often happened. Like, I remember when the server first started and it was like, hey, did you hear about this? And they'd be like, oh, and then like all the civilians would pass information back and forth and the information would get completely misconstrued, like completely blown out of proportion. And then it would eventually end up somehow being told to the law, and the law would be like, these people did these things. And they'd be like, whoa, no, like it was crazy. And just that still, especially now with how many people are around, like telephone is definitely like a thing that happens where it's like people tell one thing and then they're like, oh, okay. And then they'll tell it to somebody else. and then by the end, the story is completely fucked. Like, for example, Sammy, who, and I talked about this before, Sammy, who was a character that I played, was a 25-year-old woman who was a sexual deviant, was completely insane, killed people, and like consistently threatened people's lives.
Right.
And was a maniac, essentially. And, you know, but very good. Like, definitely had morals from time to time, like, especially towards the end, but she was a complete fucking maniac. There was a game of telephone that was played after I permed her where people were like, oh my God, she was just a child. She was so young. She was so innocent.
Wait, was that
Never
you?
did anything wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me. Where
Oh
everybody
my
was like,
God, you have that caused so many issues. I got pulled into that. Like,
Yeah.
I got told she was a 12-year-old.
yeah. Yeah,
What the?
literally.
I didn't know that was you. That's
So-
crazy.
But that was literally what happened. Was she was killed, and it was very sad. But the whole reason that happened was because Riley, who's played by Lendimations, Slim, like basically adopted Sammy,
Right.
and that was like the thing, was like she was her daughter,
Right.
even though she was a full-grown fucking woman and was like a nymphomaniac. You know, like there was it was fucking insane. So then, like, there were people going up to her grave because of word of mouth of people being like, she was just a child, she was so
That's what I
young.
heard.
Yeah, people being like, she was so innocent, and
That's what I got told by OB. I was sitting there. He's like, you have no idea about Jack Kettleman.
yeah,
He killed an innocent child. I'm like, what?
Sammy was a
Did?
grown-ass woman making her own fucking decisions.
And
It
then I
was
went to Jack. I'm
insane.
like, Jack, I got told that you killed an innocent child. He's like, what are you talking about? She was 25 and she done this. I'm like, what?
25, man. And that's just the game of telephone, and it happens, like, and it's great because people are like, oh my God, like, I remember Trench sent me a DM and was like, Mr. Moon went to Sammy's grave and was like, oh my God, this is so sad, was there with like Mama
He
Christine,
did.
and then literally read the thing and he was like, oh, she's 25. Like,
So
it was
good.
just completely fucking insane. Like, and that's what's so great. I love that stuff because, you know, in the end, people were like, oh, no, she was a grown ass woman. She could make her own fucking decisions. But for so long, like, it's just people talking to each other and getting things wrong. And that's what makes it so much fun, is like trying to decipher it and going directly to sources and talking to people. It's so much fun. I love that stuff.
100%. That's why Baz is like, I see him as like gray and verging on pretty bad. Like, he's not outright bad, but he's gonna be remembered as absolutely fucking bad. And it's gonna be because fucking Danny is gonna besmirch the goddamn family name. he's gonna start murdering Law indiscriminately.
Yeah.
He's a maniac. He's a maniac.
I love the fact that literally he comes onto the ranch and the first thing he says is, yeah, I punched in his head, pistol
You know, I
whipped him.
didn't even
George
fucking
was saying,
care.
Literally,
He told us that.
Just being like, what? Why would you tell me this? Why?
It didn't even
And I was
matter.
like, go tell him. Go tell him.
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, feel free to tell the law that I did it. And so Georgie was like, fine, I'm gonna fucking do it. You're gonna be stupid enough to admit that in front of me? Yeah, I'm gonna go
I
fucking
just
tell
see
them.
that as more. It's just more of like the tragedy of Baz's wishes and how he's gonna be remembered are gonna be completely different to what he actually was. And there's gonna be a select few people that are gonna know. That's the tragedy of it. I love that. That's so good.
Yeah. I think that's why his death was so tragic, you know, because you look at all the people who literally turned up to his funeral and the people who wanted to be there but couldn't. Like, even some people in the law, like Nelson, desperately wanted to fucking be there but couldn't.
Yeah, they weren't all hard and it's not like an outlaw funeral. It was just hard and criminal murderers. It was like there was gangsters, there was outlaws, there was like civilians. Like he had a connection with so many people, not just bad guys.
No, not at all. And I think that's the thing that was like, I mean, I'm gonna. Would you allow me to gush about my love for Baz for a moment? If you.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, you go. Yeah.
I won't.
Okay.
I won't stand for this.
Orcish, please. Okay. The thing I desperately loved about Baz as a character is the fact that he was a person who completely stood behind his moral standings, and in a way, he was lenient for the people who he loved, but still was like, this is my goal, this is my mission, this is what I want to achieve. And even in the face of adversity with everything going on, that was still what he stuck to. And I think that that's fucking amazing, you know, because it's very, very easy to be manipulated or swayed a certain way. I mean, like, even with, for example, Georgie coming up and being like, don't do these things because bad. You know, he was like, well, this is what I believe in, and you're challenging my beliefs. And had 100% reason and love behind everything that he did, even the bad stuff. And, you know, he was somebody who wasn't a monster by any means. He showed empathy and care consistently for the people who he loved and cared about. And
He did a lot of bad things. Yeah, a lot of bad things. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, even with Ophelia in the bank robbery, where she was completely was losing her mind and was freaking the fuck out, and they stole her medical journal, which literally had fuck all in it, apart from like some medical notes and some notes on her medical condition. Even Baz was like, "Hey, can we give that back to her because she needs that?" And it's like it was that kind of thing. Like he was somebody who was like, I'm not a bad guy. I do bad things, but I'm not a bad man. And just so complex and fun and engaging. And I think that really showed, especially with the funeral, just how many people turned up, just how exceptional and fantastic he was as a character to have affected and changed so many characters' lives and just push so much incredible RP in so many different directions, and you know, giving people a place to feel at home. I had Davey, I think Dave something along those lines, the guy who played Todd, messaged me and he was like, you know, I'm really sad because this place really made me feel welcome and accepted as a new player, especially in the Wild RP community, and it was definitely a really good place to bounce off of. And that is in large parts thanks to Baz, who basically was like, come in, like this is my moral. I want a family. I want a place where people can feel safe and at home. I will defend this place with my life. It is what I live for. It is my tonga, which means like treasure, sacred place.
Right.
You know, it's something that means a lot to me, this ranch and the people in it. And just so fabulous and fun and engaging as a character. And I think that the outcry of love for his death is just such a reflection upon you as a role player and upon the character that you brought into the server.
Too fucking nice, Jesus. I don't know what to say. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Kono asked about moral standard.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let's hear the answer to that question.
I'll say this. Baz had his own code. It wasn't the criminal code. For example, he wouldn't talk to law or whatever, right? But family always came first. If Molly, for example, there was people out there that were calling her a snitch, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If the DiCenzos had hurt her because she's a snitch, he would have absolutely said, fuck them, gone to war against them over a snitch. There's no other outlaw that'd be like, it wasn't about the outlaw code with him. His family, people he loved came first.
Mm-hmm.
And he would stand up for Molly. And everyone, you know how many people came up to us or to me, to Baz, and told him, you know, we can't have her around the ranch. She's a snitch. We don't trust her. People wanted to hurt her. And he was actively like warning people, you know, you touch her, you're gonna have to deal with me. She's walking whenever she wants. It wasn't about the outlaw code with him. So I'd say, so when he says when was the question, the moral standard was he talking about like chaotic, neutral? Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's asking?
I think
I would like to know where your alignment is, but
I think it's chaotic, neutral, leaning to more bad than good. but it's definitely in the gray area. I don't think he ever stepped over. He came close, but I think the way that he dealt with like the dark stuff in his head was self-inflicting and damaging himself. When he was at his lowest, he could have easily, like when Riggs got locked up, like he warned McGregor, like, I'm gonna fucking burn the cross in. That's all talk. He could have done that.
Yeah.
But instead, he went to the bottle.
Yeah.
And he drowned his sorrows that way. He didn't go out and hurt the law over it.
No.
As much as he would bark. Yeah.
I never got to tell Baz in character that McGregor tried to reach out and they denied that request.
Which request was that? Oh, to go
visit Riggs.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, dude. He knew that was gonna. He laughed at you when you fucking brought it up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're not letting him in. There's no way. No way in hell, dude. But yeah, a lot of self-inflicting pain is how he dealt with that. So much more so than going out and, you know, actively hunting lawmen.
No, and I think
which is what is happening now.
Which is what is happening. They'll die down.
Yeah.
It will.
They'll die
Yeah.
down.
And I think that's so crazy because it's one of those things where Baz definitely, I don't think would have wanted that. I think I think that, and that's something that I've like tried to explain on Georgie multiple times. I was like, the man made his choice. He pulled out his gun and fired upon people and made the choice that he made. They literally were defending themselves.
Yep.
They are the result of consequence. It is not malicious intent. And it's one of those things where people are like, no, like, the law did this. They pushed him. They did this stuff.
They rode in with guns out. What do they expect?
Yeah.
He told Pip to leave. Why?
Because he didn't want to fucking fight.
No,
because he didn't want Pip to get shot.
Yeah, because he was gonna fight.
He knew what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
He knew what he was gonna do. He didn't want Pip involved. He didn't want Danny there either. Like, before it happened, like, he's like, Danny, leave. Danny, go with Pip, leave. Like, he knew what he was gonna do. He didn't want them to be hurt. He wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was done.
Yeah.
He had no Riggs. Riggs is gone. At that point, we didn't. He in character didn't know whether she's getting out or not.
No.
His legs busted. His own people don't trust that he can even do anything anymore. He's alcoholic. And Molly, who he really, really cared for, shut him away, doesn't want to see him no more. He's in a really dark place. And like I said, you know, he could have handled it many different ways, but, you know, he decided to go out that way. And at least I got to beat up Hart one last time. That was good. Fuck that Hart, man. That's my biggest regret about Banks dying. Fucking Hart.
So you like Banks?
Hart.
You like Banks more than Hart?
Yes, I do. I liked Hart at first.
He's changed. He has changed.
Oh, he's changed now, but he was just whining all the time. I'd go up to him and I'm like, hey, did you talk to Georgie? Yes, I did. What happened? Oh, she doesn't want. Just go fucking tell her. Just go. Kiss her. Oh, I tried. I said, what do you mean you tried? Just do it. Just do it. Oh, I just wanted to throw him off a cliff. Driving me insane.
Well, I mean, Baz was truly the gatekeeper of Georgie's eggs. So
I roll up and she's getting tucked in by him.
Okay, I wanna.
What?
Hold on. I'm gonna fucking sit here and I'm gonna clarify this because that's not true.
Oh, he wasn't tucking you in?
No, bitch. So basically, what happened was I was exhausted. I was about to go to sleep, and I was sitting there, and then I was chatting with him because he was standing there, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm about to go." And then literally, you fucking came out of nowhere, stood there with your binoculars, just fucking spying. I was like, I literally said, "Is that Baz?" And he was like, "Yeah, it is." And I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So I took the animation to get out of bed, which takes fucking ever.
Bullshit.
Fuck off.
Bullshit.
That is exactly what
I rolled up. I was out there looking for hunting. And I see someone's horse at the tent. I get my binoculars out. She's in bed, curled up in the bed there, and he's crouched down next to her. I'm sure he was tucking her in or something.
No, he was not crouched down next to her. He was
Whispering-
standing
whispering
at the
sweet
foot of the
nothings.
fucking bed. He was standing at the foot of the
Georgie,
fucking bed.
I
I'm
would
gonna
never
fucking-
tell you what to do until I do.
I'm gonna fucking jump through the screen and
fucking
start choking
guy.
you. Listen, okay? That did
That's
not
what running
fucking
down,
happen.
man.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, where Baz didn't like him was when he'd like talk all this stuff to Georgie, and then I'd hear about like the next day he's doing the exact same thing to another woman in town. Like, well, that motherfucker.
Hart was the
He's
ladies'
always-
man, or he is the ladies' man.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's one of the. No, you know who? You know what he is? I'll tell you what Hart is.
Yeah, let's hear.
He's that guy that everyone knows that waits for a couple to break up, so you can be the guy that gets the shoulder to cry on. Like, yeah, you can want to talk to me.
Oh, that is
He's-
harsh.
He's that guy. He's that guy. I'm not talking about fucking pants. I'm talking about Hart. Don't trust him whatsoever. You fucking.
Listen, I would like to point out that after Georgie broke up with her longtime partner, that did not
Yeah.
happen. Okay, and then Georgie was like, "Yeah, I'm outies. I'm leaving the crossing. See you later," and then is fucking leaving. So
I can't believe you're doing that.
Why?
Why? Why are you benching her?
Because it's okay. Personal thing.
Yeah.
Playing a character who is just fucking miserable all the time.
This is because everyone treats her like a victim. And this is why Baz didn't do that. Baz was like, listen, I'm glad you did that thing. You got so much ahead of you. Get out there and do something.
I will say this. One of the conversation that, again, stuff that never was streamed, but there were many conversations. I'm talking to chat right now. There were many conversations that were had between Georgie and Baz, which were so heartfelt and like just heartwarming about like life and how things work and who they are, and then some also, you know, weird gremlin shit in between. But
What? There was no weird.
There
Guys,
was.
there was no
What?
weird gremlin shit.
There was.
Don't listen.
Sorry,
He's
can you
lying to you right
define
now.
the weird gremlin shit for everyone?
Or like,
that's
or like
confused?
hanging out underneath a very large dead snake, and you know, just having.
No, okay, all right. We're not getting into this. We are not getting into
There's
this.
No,
a
we're
reason
not,
why
but-
this was off stream.
Point being, she needed more people to pick her up, like to tell her that she wasn't a victim. That she gets beat down by someone physically, and then people like reinforce that by like, oh, it's driving me crazy in character, not out of character, in character. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean that's very true, and you know, Georgie's been through a hell of a lot. But
oh yeah, no
just
doubt.
wanna, oh yeah, and I mean, like, it's just one of those things where it's just so. It's very difficult, like finding the motivation to log in when my character is just fucking miserable all the time.
Mentally broken.
Oh yeah, completely fucked. And you know, I'm just like, oh, I don't really have the time. Besides, you know, this gives me, you know, the time and ability to actually make a character that is going to be, you know, completely different to Georgie. Like, I'm really looking forward to potentially making like a Crim or something else along those lines.
Could have been Crim.
Could have been
Georgie
Crim.
could have been Crim.
You were so desperate for Georgie.
Yes. Yes. I wanted Georgie to join us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
Dirty fucking outlaws. Trying to turn
No,
everyone.
we're not. Listen, I'm not an outlaw. Okay. First
Listen,
of all.
was outlaw, okay?
I mean,
Was
not
outlaw.
anymore because you're dead.
Okay, hang on. When was my last arrest before I died?
Also, Zeus, yes,
You
feel
were
free to kill
wanted.
Georgie,
You were
thank
wanted when you died.
For
You were
what?
wanted for assaulting
Thank you.
peace
Okay, I'm
officers.
talking before that. Before the whole thing. It was like a month and a half ago, dude.
But you did.
About
Were
it.
you part of the bank robbery?
No.
You weren't there for that?
No. Listen, I've been on the server for 4 months, and the last month and a half, he hadn't been arrested. He was doing diamonds.
Hold
totally
on.
legal.
What about the assault of the of the guy who was talking shit in Valentine? I was there for that.
Talking shit. Which? Oh, that?
Gaucho?
Oh, dude, mate, I got him good after you left. Don't worry about that.
I know you did. I mean, I McGregor even knows that that's probably what happened.
Fuck, me and this guy get into an altercation, in Valentine. McGregor leaves, and then 10 minutes later, this same guy's getting carried into fucking roads, completely
like-
KO'd.
All right, what happened? What happened, me?
Like someone pistol whipped me. I don't know. His
I don't know.
voice.
Oh,
That
my
voice,
goodness.
dude. That fucking voice. I get
Baz?
linked every time you do an impression. Every
Oh, yeah.
fucking time.
You get linked
yeah.
every time I do an impression?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, man. I'll stop because that's gotta get annoying. I do it a lot, so
It's fine. It's fine.
At least it doesn't sound like Cartman, okay?
This doesn't sound like Cartman, which, yeah.
doesn't sound like Cartman.
I have full-on
What the hell is up
conversations
there?
between McGregor and Baz sometimes. That's true.
How are them eggs, Georgie? How they doing there?
Listen,
Looking after him?
alright, Baz, we're gonna have a fist fight right now. I'm gonna
You can't touch me no more. I'm in heaven.
listen. I'm gonna join you soon. I'm gonna die.
I'm in heaven, Georgie. You can't touch me no more.
She'll still try and fight you.
I'm coming, alright? Don't you worry about that.
I'm gonna be doing a purgatory scene every time someone dies that's associated with me.
That'd be so
Get a
great.
message. Hey Vert, can we go and jump into creative? I'll be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, let's go right
Get the
now.
crew,
I'm
get
ready.
the dead crew together. Let's go.
100% when I perma Georgie, I will literally message you and I'll be like,
Message me, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm down.
Like you wanna come and live in purgatory with Georgie?
Yeah,
A
I'd be
new
down.
video every death.
We'll
Perfect.
do like a sitcom thing. It'll be called Purgatory. It'll be like a sitcom comedy. I'll put like a laugh track. Like someone will come in like Kramer. It'll be like fucking Dudley, and then you got
Carter
the
keeps
regular
trying to
cast.
arrest everyone.
Carter keeps trying to arrest someone every time. It'd be great.
Georgie is just constantly Switzerland all the time.
Yes, yes.
Being like, I'm neither here nor there, but also don't do things that annoy me. God
Literally
bless.
everyone throws an axe into Braithwaite.
Yes, that's like the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's the initiation.
We just
into
have him
Purgatory.
like, you know,
You kill
just
Braithwaite to
strung up
initiate.
in the
Yeah.
in the shooting range up the back of Armadillo. And we're just like, okay, keep still.
Even Georgie committed a bigger crime than Baz. Just saying.
That's true, she did.
Yeah. Cold-blooded
very
murder.
true. Yeah.
Cold-blooded murder.
I mean,
That's
but her
absolutely
motives
fact.
were pretty fucking good, though.
Murder's
Absolute
dude.
fact.
You murdered Hank.
You couldn't even remember Hank's name for like 3 seconds there.
I never met him in character.
Listen, in my defense, 99 times 100, someone survives that shoulder shot, okay? All right?
You shot him in
Well,
the
the
head, dude. I
doctors
saw the VOD.
Yeah, I shot him in the head, but doctors usually heal them up like that, man. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. The fucking doctors, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, come on, headshot. I mean, we all know that's a shoulder shot. Come on now.
Slash me has gun.
And half the people that cross it just have a massive hole in their shoulder.
Yeah,
I have
slash me
one in
has,
each
you know,
shoulder.
I love doing medical RP and being super dramatic. That is my favorite. I like when Esme got a fucking hatchet in the chest. I was like, the hatchet's still lodged in there, bitch. Good luck trying to remove it. I had Shmoo. I had Shmoo, bless her. I had her messaging me, being like, I don't know what the fuck to do in this scenario. And I was like, figure it out.
Wow.
I think she's dead.
You know, when I did the shot,
Figure it the fuck out.
when I did the knee wound, I had you be the first person to look at the knee,
Yes.
and I
yeah,
was RPing a lot of pain,
Yes.
and this sicko gets the last pellet in the knee, and she starts role playing that it's stuck in there. She starts jiggling it around. What the fuck was that?
Oh no,
I was like
can't
spending
get
20. I was
Listen,
doing 20 minutes of screaming RP, and then she's like, "Last pellet stuck in there." / jiggles it around a little bit. She's sick. She's sick.
Listen. Listen. Okay. There's a
I love
time
medical
moment.
RP.
I love medical RP. There's a time and a moment, okay, where I'm like, I'm like, I know this
Just want to hear this person scream more.
I know this person. I want to have fun.
Thank you.
Fuck.
So,
Don't get injured around her, dude. Don't.
Yeah, no, don't. Actually,
If
no,
you-
I will say this. Ophelia was great. Georgie, not so much.
No, if you do, just make sure you're unconscious when she's doing it. 'Cause if you're conscious, if you're
Look,
if you're
Zeus
awake
said,
and you gotta do
"Let's not even
audio
talk about
RP,
these medical RP. She lathered butter on my character's ass for a wolf bite. I did do that.
you lathered butter on a character's ass for.
I had a character called Maxine. She was Australian and she was insane, and I loved her. And she used to mix butter with everything. She was completely obsessed with butter and felt like it was the lifeblood for everything. Like if you had a squeaky wheel on a wagon, butter. If you had like a nasty scar on your face, you put butter on it. Like that was her thing. And so he got Zeus's character, Robbie Gold, got bit by a wolf, and his girlfriend at the time was standing nearby, and I RP'd lathering butter into his ass cheek.
At least it wasn't the asshole.
What are we learning here, chat?
We're learning that bees
what are we
fucked
learning?
up.
You've tuned into this podcast. We've obviously come to the end of the fucking line.
Bees
Like,
fucked up.
The quality's taking a fucking nosedive. We're in season 7. It's got to pull the fucking plug, right?
Okay.
We're talking about buttering assholes now.
Look.
I had high hopes after the whole, a question thing. Like, that was like good, and it was good production value. It's rapid decline.
This is episode 3, actually. We're still trying to take off. So,
mate, at this rate, there's not gonna be episode 4.
Listen, everything is fine, okay? All right. I mean, look. I will admit this. I have a tendency. Wait.
Hang on. Think about your words before you continue.
Please.
The glasses are off. Here we go.
It's being
serious.
I have a tendency to just try and make things as
weird as possible.
Weird as possible, and as sexually charged as possible.
Yeah.
Sexually charged as possible.
Yeah, I will sit there and I will make gross jokes for like 20 minutes, for as long as people will allow me to speak.
It's highly disturbing.
Yeah, and then if you literally spend any time around Georgie and Herbie at any point, that's literally all it is. It's just him and I making consecutive, penis jokes for like 20 minutes. And I have a grand time doing it. And I don't want to be that person, but at the same time, I can't help it. It's in my nature.
Okay.
And in fact, Peppo can verify that
Orkish, you gotta stop it, dude.
Okay,
you
speaking of
gotta stop
penis
it, dude.
jokes, let's segue
Dude,
over. Earlier we were talking about the game of Telephone and RP, where stories changed dramatically. I don't know. Verts, were you actually watching my stream tonight when Lewis was giving her side of the story of what happened when you were arrested and you were literally fighting like 6 deputies inside a sheriff's office? Do you remember that?
Yeah, apparently I smashed someone's head against the fucking desk, and then they shot me twice, and I jumped back on him again, and they had to shoot me another 5 times. I heard the story. More besmirchments. Bro, I was unarmed, surrounded by 6 deputies, and apparently the only way to stop me was to shoot me.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yes. They took my guns off me inside the sheriff's office.
Mm.
And because I choked out Cash, I got shot. They could have roped me. They could have tackled me. They could have beat me the fuck up. They could have just gone all in brawl and just beat the shit out of me.
Right.
They shot me. And the story is that Baz was out of control. He couldn't be stopped. We shot him twice and he kept on coming. telephone. Yeah, I'm on.
Albie says it's the same way Lydia remembers it. So I mean,
Yeah, they're all crazy. They're all crazy. You know, it's fine.
Listen.
Okay, I have a question though, because chat was telling me, because Lydia told McGregor that, and this is something that really affects McGregor's view on Riggs. Lydia told McGregor that Riggs was laughing at Cash like bleeding on the floor.
I don't remember that. I was too busy bleeding out as well.
Okay,
right.
Fair.
I know Albie said that Baz was told to stop. This is true. I went back and watched the VOD and I was. However, when you're going, yeah, you fucking you don't hear anything that's around you, bro.
Yeah.
You don't hear a fucking thing. I didn't hear someone say stop. I was too busy fucking yelling like a lunatic.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be shot when I'm surrounded by 6 deputies in an enclosed space with no weapons on me. I should have permed there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know if she was. Honestly, I can't recall if she was laughing or not.
Oh man.
Someone said in chat that she was laughing at something Dougley was doing in the cell next to her.
Yeah. Like I said, it's game of telephone. Who does Albie play?
He plays Chef Cash.
Oh right, yeah. Well, you know, he had it coming. What can I tell you? Guys,
he often does. Mild-mannered sheriff.
I'm gonna be under arrest, dude. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm getting arrested, I might as well just put that on my rap sheet too, right? Get a couple of chokes in there. Fair enough.
Can I ask about the relationship between Jack and Baz? Like, how did that start? Because I don't like, McGregor doesn't know Jack personally at all. He thought that he was like an honorable criminal, and then after the whole thing that happened at Fort Mercer, his opinion changed of him.
He was honorable. Well, honorable in the terms of his word. Now, when we were in the circle there before that happened, Jack even told us, is like, you know, I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna break my word, and that was a big deal. Like, I'm gonna break my word to get us out of this. That's the only reason why I think they even like, you guys were as vulnerable as you were, is because he kind of had a reputation for not breaking his word at that point in time. So it left you guys vulnerable. But the relationship between Jack and Baz, dude, fucking legendary. I got to give a shout to my boy Peppo though. The way that we bounce off each other is great, and he's fantastic. But it all started, dude, because Baz was on the run. He had committed his first like actual crime, where he was on the run, and he didn't have anyone. He didn't want to be with Barkley because he didn't want to drag Barkley into it. And then he met Jack at the telegram station in Blackwater, and Jack kind of like took him under his wing a little bit, took him off and introduced him to the boys. And then we didn't see each other for like, I want to say like 2 weeks. And then we reunited again down the line, and yeah, legendary, dude. He's one of my favorite people to roleplay with. And the character's phenomenal, dude. I don't know. I can't give him big enough raps, honestly.
I agree. Some of my best scenes have been with Peppo. Like, just we even had like, as a cadet, we had a really interesting scene, and I think Peppo was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna. This is gonna be a great scene to just have with some random cadet." And then it kind of came full circle when we had another scene after Bullheaded, which is what everybody calls it now. Where McGregor talked to him about like, well, now your word doesn't mean shit, and like, if you could lie to us, that's a slippery slope. Maybe someday you'll lie to your family, and like, I'm warning them about you. That was a great scene too. And props to Peppo, because we talked about it briefly after that, and I was in his chat, and he talked about it briefly, and he was like, that really took me off guard, and like, that was just a really good scene. The way he actually thinks about what other people say, and he really absorbs it. And then he's very good at that. Yeah, he's very easy. He's one of those ones that are easy to get like a really cool, like, deep scene with. By the way, speaking of Bullheaded, you ran like a little bitch, bro. I had
I
did.
Your first instinct, they're all standing getting shot up, and your first, McGregor's first instinct is
Well, to
bounce.
be fair, I was unconscious within 0.1
I looked
seconds
to
of
my
that
left,
fight.
and the two
went over
people
this.
standing next to me were bleeding on the ground. I was like, I'm getting
How
the
about-
fuck
how
out
about-
so I
how
can
about
shoot
you-
people.
You could have shot people.
I
You could have stood
did.
there, with your comrades.
I knocked
your
two
work
people
colleagues.
down. I took you out
You
and I took
ran.
Mills out.
Mate, you're gonna brag about choking someone that was lagging. Look at this guy.
It's
Look
hard
at this
to
guy.
Okay,
Oh my god!
it's hard to choke teleporting Australian
Oh
motherfuckers.
my
Okay.
god!
And then I shot Mills in the lung.
You might say,
so-
"Oh my god," but you were just a second ago complaining again about getting fucking hatcheted. We already
I
went over.
loved that. Are you kidding me? I
She-
was like,
she-
oh hell yeah!
She had it coming. She got all her deputies lined up in a row for us.
I know.
She was so trusting. That's
I
the
believe-
thing.
Did she survive?
If you give me
She
a
alive?
chance,
Everyone
I'll live it.
survived. Everyone survived in that whole scene.
Everyone survived.
Nobody died.
Everyone survived.
Mhm.
Because last time I heard, it's Esme, right?
She's not on the
I heard
force
that
right now. She's on sabbatical or something. She's on.
She's
Vacation.
leaving because she was super fucked up from what happened to her.
The Cleaver incident, right?
Yep.
2 years and a month.
She coming back?
I don't know. I'm taking a break from law because I did it consecutively because I did it with Georgie and then left with Georgie and then went straight into Esme. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a little break and just decided to do that for a while. I might come back eventually in the future, but for now, I'm putting it to the side. Maybe one day. I'm not sure. But
She's nice. I only got to role play with her, I think once as Les, and it was really good. I thought she's a really cool character.
Yeah.
And then the second time I saw you was at Fort Mercer.
hell yeah.
McGregor was like, well, we should. I actually remember McGregor told the other deputies, he was like,
Yeah.
shut up and listen to the sheriff. And he thought for sure that OOC was like, this is gonna be kind of weird, but we're gonna have all these criminals on the back of our horses, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Looking back on
100%
it, do you know how silly that sounds?
I 100% believed it. 100% believed you guys were going through it.
That blows my mind.
Jack
I
had
would-
never lied like that before. I 100%
And he was the person
believe.
who was the kind. He's literally been like, if my word is law. Like, if I
Yep.
give you my word is my word.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so Esme was like, okay.
That's why his word was law. He was building
He's a
up that
man
trust
who
for that
prides
that one
himself
moment.
on his word.
For bullheaded.
Yeah, he was he was banking those coins for that big that big withdrawal one day when he needed it.
Every new
And so
cadet.
then after that, Esme was like, his word means jack shit now. So
I
if
don't
he
think
gives his
Jack
word,
really cares. To be
count.
fair, he's a lunatic.
No, he doesn't. But at the same time,
Yeah.
if he ever was going to give his word again, be like, yeah, you have my word, they're going to be like, that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Ah, well.
Means niente. Nada. Zip.
The point, the point is, the scene was phenomenal. I love it. I love it.
Superb.
I love it. It was 30 minutes of fucking tense. Like, it was so intense.
It was great.
I don't know if you guys were feeling that on your end, on your
I
side.
had a great time.
It was my thing, because I knew it was coming. You guys didn't know it was coming. Well, at least not
No.
all of you. Some of you thought something might be happening, but I'm waiting for Jack, and Jack could have said bullhead about 5 different fucking times. This guy, he kept building up to it, and then he'd change, and then he'd build up again, and then he wouldn't say it. And my finger's over the left mouse button, dude, and it's twitching. You know, you get adrenaline, and your finger starts shaking. I've got my fucking finger there. I've been told that this guy that I'm standing in front of is like the best. I think it's Charlie. It's like,
Yeah.
you got to get Charlie. If Charlie gets free, he's gonna dome us all. So I'm like looking at him, and lucky for me, Charlie got out a bottle of water, and he started sipping on the water. And then Jack says, "Bullheaded." I'm like, boom! I just fucking lit him up as he had his fucking water bottle out. Sorry, Charlie.
Are you guys like me, where when it comes to fight scenes, you're literally shaking and can't focus?
Adrenaline.
Same.
Yo, yeah,
I can't
100%
handle
adrenaline.
it at all. I can't handle it at all. I'm literally sitting there and I'm like,
Because it's simulating actual action in IRL.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting
Absolutely.
still, you got nowhere to exert that energy of adrenaline, so it goes to your fucking fingers and you're shaking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have only ever been in a couple of shootouts, and every single time I'm literally sitting there and my mouse is like Like I
Yeah,
can't.
usually you hit everything, and then as soon as the adrenaline starts, you're missing every shot.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
is
that's
cool.
a good thing, but
Yeah.
because it makes the gunfights last a hell of a lot longer. But at the same time, I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, I am a detriment to this department. I can't. If they were standing directly in front of me right now, I wouldn't be able to fucking shoot them. My hand is shaking too much.
We had Mills and Riggs shoot Clayton. They just lit him up.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
All the law were down except for McGregor, and they just started lighting up Clayton.
Really?
Mass hysteria. Yeah, I chased. You know what? I should have shot you in the back. I could have reloaded my gun.
Health. I had a sliver of health. One
Yeah.
shot.
I could have just reloaded my gun and popped you. I thought, nah, I'm gonna chase him down and give him a good old choke action or something. Regret, bro. And then you're like,
Yeah.
what do you say? Fuck you as you choke. You're such a dick. This guy just watched his fellow lawman get shot to shit, and his main concern is saying fuck you as he's choking me out.
I was pissed because you shot my fellow lawman.
It felt very personal. Dude.
Well, I
was very
mean,
personal.
it was a little bit, you know. You choked me before.
You were enjoying it way too much, dude.
Oh yeah, look, even Pepper was like, I was so nervous, man. My hands were twitching and breath was short. Yeah, like I
would love to
can't
critique the
handle
whole
it.
thing. We have so many people. Right
Break
here.
it down, bro.
Do you want me to
Break
pull
it
up
down.
the? I have it
down.
somewhere.
What you should do? You should organize a podcast with like multiple of us that were there, and we'll just spend the whole stream just breaking down the 30-minute footage.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Hell yeah.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Actually.
Breaking it down from everybody's perspective and what the fuck happened.
Yeah, because listen, people might have their opinion and stuff, but that is the most epic moment on the fucking server, in my opinion. It's the reason why you look at the clips, and it's the most popular moment ever on Twitch. It's a moment, man. Everyone felt it.
It was great. I mean, at the time, I definitely was like, I'm unconscious.
Before you hit the ground, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
But I lay there, and it was for everybody involved, I think. It was such an intense moment where both sides were like, we don't quite trust each other. We don't really know what the fuck to do here. And it was a lot of everybody giving each other the benefit of the doubt just for the other side to be like, yeah, nah, like we're acting before you act. Because on top of that, what wasn't aware was that, you know, Esme was like, if anything happens, draw immediately.
Yep.
Shoot them on sight.
Yep.
And, you know, but she was like, okay, but only do that if they draw first.
Well, exactly. You know what's funny? It was 6v6. I think we downed 4 of you instantly.
Yeah.
And it was still, at the end of it, there was 6 of you down, 3 of us down. We only had 3 standing at the end of it. That's what's incredible. Like, if it was an even fight, you would have fucking wiped the floor of us. Because Peppo, honestly, he's
he downed B.
Yeah, maybe, but he's
Use the
like
cleaver.
Yeah.
He's a negative asset in a fight. Got to be honest with you. It's basically 5v6.
He's in the chat right now. He's hearing this.
Oh, is he? Oh no,
Yeah.
Peppo. Peppo, you alright?
Okay.
He knows it. He even told us, like, before we got the fight, he goes, I'm like, dude, he's like, Baz, take my rifle. I'm like, why do you want me to take my rifle? He's like, listen, I'm going to get the first person down with a fucking hatchet, and that's all I can do. I can't do anything else more than that. I'm gonna get the
He can
first one
stab
down, and then you guys
people.
do the
He's
rest.
good at that. I've seen him
Yeah,
stab
then he
so
tackle
many
stabs.
people.
Then he
He
tackle
was
stabs.
chasing me with a
I
knife.
personally witnessed Pippo stab so many fucking people.
And then he always goes, there you go. There you go.
By the
Fucking
way.
love it.
By the way.
Which direction
shit.
we are blowing?
Oh my god.
Is a hurricane a
Hang on, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sorry, Peppo. I love you,
We
dude.
love you, Pippo.
We
I
do
love
love
you,
you.
dude.
We love you, Papo.
Oh man. But yeah, 100% what Osorio said, deadliest with the blade. I've seen him stab so many people now.
He was chasing us with a knife. He threw the hatchet and then he pulled his knife out and was chasing me.
Yes.
And he could have got me there, but he decided. I kept running and he saw somebody crouching next to a box. I think it was what was the female deputy that was there with us? B?
That was.
He went after her instead of me, but
Shit, it's the same. It's the name of a bird. Starling.
Starling.
But yeah, definitely do a bull-headed episode and bring like 3 of each side. So I don't know, maybe 6 on 6, maybe 4 people's probably a bit too much. Get like 3 on each side and we'll like break it down. Be cool.
Yeah. We get
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
we get Peppo and 2 other people.
Yeah,
Davey, maybe? Or Kai?
Yeah. Yeah.
Time.
And then we'll talk about how we won, and Dee will talk about how she's
And I'll
Dee will
brag
talk about how
about
she's
how
not
I
upset
Home
about
and
getting
lay in bed that
hatcheted,
night
and we'll be
and
good.
like, nothing feels better than that fat fucking W.
I mean, I'm sorry, what?
A fat fucking W.
the fat fucking dub.
W, yeah.
When I
Well,
lie in bed at night,
I mean, you
don't
didn't-
think
you didn't
about
really
the
win,
RP
though,
I had
Maz.
that day. I think about how
I-
fast
listen.
my car is.
Listen, I shot down Charlie. Okay.
Yeah.
I shot down Charlie, and that was an achievement. He was sipping on a drink.
So you had
but
like a
nonetheless.
1-1 KDR.
I saw you. I saw that fucking ginger dude just run away from the scene of the crime.
Yeah. But I looped back around.
Dude, you legged it, dude.
I can't believe I didn't get down. It was there's like 7 missed shots on me. It's fucking crazy.
Could have shot you. Dude, looking back, I should have reloaded and shot you.
I know.
Oh, it would have been easy, bro.
That would have. My only chance was to choke you. I had
I'm
no
glad
other
you're
option.
down. I honestly, when you first choked me, I'm like, fuck. But realistically, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys got a couple.
Right.
If it was just a complete slaughter, it's not as interesting. I think
Yeah.
at the end of the day, outlaws can win like these battles, but ultimately the law will always win the war. Always win the war. That's how it always is.
Absolutely. And that is something that I have, talked about with people in the past, is that the law will always eventually win.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, look at that fight. Like, we won that Fort Mercer, but what happened was 2 of them got locked up that very same day.
Yeah.
The next day, Riggs is in jail. And then later on the day, Baz is in jail. And I think Jack got caught maybe the next day after that, and so did Pip. Like, within 2 days after that, everyone was locked up, and 2 of them were benched from injuries from the fight. So ultimately, Law won. But we did get that little fight. We get the little skirmish there.
There's nothing wrong with allowing other people to, I think.
Is that what you did when you took the hatchet to the chest? You just yeah.
I was just letting.
Such a good role player.
Allowing the win to happen. No, I literally, just with things in the past, like I know that I had on Esme, I'd had like 1 or 2 run-ins with the Summers gang who were heavily wanted, and it's just one of those things where it's like you can let them go. You can be like, let them go and have their more time to build up more story, and then when the time comes, or when everybody feels that the moment is right, then you can do it. There's nothing wrong with allowing people to continue on or taking a loss, because it helps improve your story, gives you more motivation, gives you a lot of
exactly right.
Things to play off and build up. It makes getting the eventually, because like we said, law eventually
always wins.
Win. It makes it, when it happens, that much sweeter. If you get instant gratification of getting the bad guys straight away, or getting the bad people straight away,
Chase is the fun part.
Yeah, the chase is the fucking best part. Some of the most fun I've had on Law has literally just been chasing after criminals and then being like, dang nabbit,
We'll
they
get him
got
next
away.
time and find out who it is, like investigating who it was.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like McGregor so much, because he might look like he's incompetent, but really he's just letting people go. It's all an act so he can continue the RP, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so generous. That's what I'm all about.
I'm joking, dude.
It's hard to be. I can't wait for you to play a lie. It's like right
for the
now.
3 days that I play it, yeah, me too.
right now, it is so difficult to catch people. I don't think that a lot of criminals understand because they've never played law, but like if you don't leave details, we got nothing.
That is a big thing.
There's no evidence in the game. It's all witnesses. So if you rob someone in the middle of nowhere and it's dark and they get knocked out and they don't remember, you get away with it.
Hey, mate, you say that. I got caught for every bank job I ever took place in, and I never got caught during. I got caught always after the fact. Every time.
Were you talking?
No.
Were you talking like he's right?
Oh, that was a terrible
No,
impression.
no. What the fuck was that? What was that? You've lost it.
An
I did.
attempt.
Okay, hold on. I got it. Hold on.
Nick Reggie? Eh? Were you talking like this, eh?
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna do mine because I sound
God.
like Cartman. I'm good.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't doing that. In fact, that was one of the most annoying things about bank jobs is that I couldn't fucking talk. I hate being mute.
Yeah.
I wanted to be negotiator. I was telling Peppo, we'll organize a bank job for like the day before I got caught. I'm like, I'm gonna be negotiator. And they're like, no, you can't be negotiator. They're gonna recognize your voice. I'm like, no, I've been working on a secret voice. They're not gonna know. I was just gonna go in there and do my voice. I was gonna go in there and be like, all right then, listen here, law. But you would have gotten arrested. I just wanted to do negotiation once as Baz. I never got to fucking do it. I'm bummed.
I mean, there's always time to do it on another character at some point.
Yeah, but not Baz. Baz would have
Not
been
bad.
Baz would have been so good at negotiator, I'm telling you. He would have been so good, but he would have got caught instantly because it's it's fucking Baz, right?
Did you?
I mean, yeah.
Did you see the scene where Clyde Davis demanded that McGregor talk like Baz during bank negotiation?
I love
He
that
made
stuff.
McGregor pretend to be Baz, and he made Hart pretend to be Riggs.
I've never seen that. Someone please put that in my Discord. Thank you very much.
I
Actually, was
have
Sorry.
just such a I have such a love for criminals who are goofy. And they're like, yeah, like they're serious, but then they have moments like that where they're like, yeah, we want you to do this the entire time.
Yes.
That makes me so happy. So it makes it
100%.
fun.
100%. We're all here to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a serial killer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, somebody who was really good at that was Literal Bear when he played his character Hutch Vandal. Just so much fun. Just such a gremlin of a criminal. It was so silly, and I loved it. I love silly criminals. People like Dudley as well. Just that kind of stuff makes me really happy.
I think
no doubt.
Dougley was a psycho, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He said in the last podcast, Connor said in the last podcast, he was planning on killing Georgie.
That's right, he did say
What?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
literally planning on killing
He
Georgie.
wanted to knife Georgie.
Yeah, he wanted to kill
Are
her.
you kidding me?
No!
No.
I disown you, Dougley.
wanted to
Unbelievable.
fucking
I didn't
kill
know
her.
that. What a nut.
Yeah, he was like, I was planning. Georgie was like, hey, I want to do something nice for you. I want to take you to Saint Denis and get you
Is this
some
what he
nice
said to you in character?
No. So basically what happened was in the last podcast we had, I talked to him about this. He was like, oh yeah, by the way, Dougley was fully planning. He was fully planning on killing Georgie. And I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck? And she was like, hey, I'm really sorry that I left the ranch and I didn't talk to you about it. And you know, that everything's been going on. And, you know, I'm a little bit at odds with people, but I love you. Do you want to come to Saint Denis with me? And we'll find some stuff to put in your room. It'd be really fun.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then Connor said, he was like, oh yeah, things happened, so that didn't end up happening. But if it had, I would have taken Georgie into a dark alleyway and basically threatened her. And if she didn't answer the answers correctly, I would have killed her.
This is like, holy, like man behind the curtain shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was fully planning on killing her. And I was like, holy fuck.
I did have
She was on
a
the smutty list.
journal. I did have a journal on Baz that had like that was Dougley's that got given to me after he died. And it's a list of people, like good people and bad people.
Yeah,
That
Georgie's
was
on the
his
smutty list,
that
right?
was his list.
She's on the schmutty list, and so was Danny.
I'm
Yep.
not surprised.
So
Wow.
he was fully planning on killing her.
That's crazy. Well, I
Yeah.
was on the good list. So I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine. It was all
Did
about
Did
you.
you
because
ever
you
do
saved
any
her.
wrong in Dougley's mind? Like,
No.
No, I looked after him.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking after everybody, bro.
Right.
There
That's
you
what you
go.
law dogs didn't understand.
Well, because you never
That I was
talked
keeping.
to us.
I was keep. Well, why would I? Your fucking sheriff that you worshipped was calling me a dog on the daily.
McGregor didn't worship him.
Well, that's dude. I never treated McGregor that bad.
That's true.
Like when I ran to McGregor, it'd be like a little back and forth, but it'd be never super serious hate. I say that for other people,
Yeah.
but for McGregor, he never outright like despised McGregor or hated him or whatever.
Right.
Until he found out that you were trying to, he was trying to take my wife out for beers. What the fuck was that?
For bees?
Beers.
Yeah, he was gonna. He invited Riggs while Baz was alive.
We were gonna
to
go
out
fishing and
have
drink.
beers.
That's what you do when you fish. You drink alcohol.
Not with other fellas' wives without telling the husband.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that at all.
What a snake this guy is.
McGregor was trying to ask her about Banks. One-on-one.
yeah, sure you would. Fucking hell, dude. Guy's just sliding in the DMs.
McGregor's a very lonely senior deputy. All right.
Yeah. Goes to the jail. Listen, Riggs, I understand. I had a wife that I lost her just like you lost your husband. See, we relate. Can we
did.
make love now?
You're okay. What you don't know is what happened off stream.
It's essentially
Fake
what
black.
happened. It's on the reports. Don't worry about it. He
Doesn't need to be in
neglected
the
to
reports.
add that to the reports.
Somebody, I don't know how, but somebody heard that conversation and fucking reported
they did.
McGregor on it.
Of course they did, dude. You gotta watch all the shrubs, man. People always fucking listening in the crossing.
Right.
Crazy.
That is true.
That's why I never left the ranch, because no one ever snitched on me when I was talking at the ranch. It was when I go out to other places. There's always someone around the fucking corner. Someone acted like an NPC. There's always someone there, and they run right to the telegram station, send anonymous.
There are literally people who are so good at acting like NPCs.
Yeah.
And it's
With a
scary.
slow walk now,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's over.
Curtis Cunningham did that to Georgie. I got a DM once from Seda, who played Curtis Cunningham, and it was literally, I'm pretty sure that you were there. It was Georgie, Baz, and Oglethorpe having a chat out in the street in Blackwater, and she literally sent me a screenshot, and she's standing in the alleyway right next to the saloon in the
Creepy.
alleyway. It was literally right there. We were standing right next to him, but we
Oh,
thought
that's
he
creepy.
was an NPC. Yeah,
What
creepy,
a creep. What a
crazy.
creep.
But it's so fucking true. Like, people are so good at like pretending.
You have
to
no
be
idea when you
NPCs.
got taken. I don't know if I told Baz. I was literally on that server for like an hour and a half, riding around everywhere with like 5 people online. Went all the way to the west, checked every fucking build. I was looking everywhere for her.
Yeah.
How did you not find her? Weren't you by a building? Where
I
were you?
don't know. I don't know where she was. I looked.
What's out west?
I went
That's
to
where
the.
he
Dude,
searched.
I went to the west. I couldn't find her.
Yeah, I was
Couldn't
out
find her.
west, and she was taken out past the Rio del Lobo rock on the other side near the river.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Me and Riggs went up to the Snowies. We checked up all the way up north. Checked
Yeah.
all the buildings up in the snow. Went out to the east. It was a fucked up night. That was.
It was horrible.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but I was so like, just Baz. I'm gonna miss Baz so much.
Ah.
I'm gonna miss Baz. He was great fun.
It's hard for me to say that I'm gonna miss Baz, but I think that actually I probably will.
You're gonna miss him, bro. Because now, I'm telling you, bro. He was the glue that held a lot of it together. A lot of people that were borderline criminals are now going to step over that line because they feel like they owe it to Baz, which is not what he would want. But that's what they're going to do. So it's probably going to sprout another like handful of criminals that weren't going to be as dark as they're going to be now. So have fun with that, bro.
I'm gonna have so much fun this December. I
Enjoy
heard
it.
someone told me that you're coming back in January.
Yeah, maybe as law.
Maybe as long.
I made a character tonight, and I walked around Valentine for like 5 minutes just to see if I liked the look and the feel of him.
Mm-hmm.
He might be my law character. I don't know. We'll see.
Making a new character is always so daunting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the expectation on me at the moment is ridiculous.
Oh, well, okay. Why do you think that though?
Because everyone says, you know, yeah, Baz is gone, but don't worry, you know, his next character will be, you know, it'll be amazing. It's like, okay, but you know, I'm very proud of that Baz fucking character, and I don't think I could have scripted it better than it turned out.
Yeah,
It's a high fucking bar for me. I'm not a super experienced role player, you know. So I don't know. I'll wing it and I'll have fun with it, but you know,
I think you're underestimating yourself, but also, I think that if you just have fun with your character, I think it'll be great.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, Baz was supposed to be a one-stream character. This is true. Yeah.
Some of the best characters are supposed to be one-shot characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I've had
yeah.
that experience.
I permit him on the first stream.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't type out I permit. I died to a fucking cougar out in the wild. And then I ended my stream like, yep, well, that's it. That's the end of Baz. And then, you know, in my Discord and on my YouTube comments from the video I made, people are like, yeah, God, when's the next episode? And people were hype about it. I'm like, okay, I'll do another stream with him. I brought him back for a second stream and then a third stream. And then, you know, there you go.
Well, I personally don't necessarily think that you need to feel the pressure. Easier said than done. Of your new character, because I think regardless, if it isn't evident by now, I think that people will probably love interacting with you just because your RP in general is just great. And
I want to, yeah. Well, I want to do law. I'm excited about law. I fucking gonna get fucking fired, which is fine. Like if I get fired, I'll just use that in the story somewhere.
yeah, disgraced lawman.
Disgraced lawman, and then you know maybe I don't know. I'll come up with something, but I just want to beat up my old friends. You know. I just
I want to be on the other side of them. I want to smash.
So another
them.
character that
do.
McGregor's not going to get along with. Great.
No, yeah, we'll get along because I'm not going to let anyone know in the department that I'm like this. I'll be like the nicest guy in the world, and then I'll get Jack Kettleman in jail, and I'll just you know,
Give them a flat.
yeah. Get some of that in you, you know? It'd be good.
Fun fact: Georgie once beat beat Renee's face in once while he was.
See what I
in
mean?
handcuffs.
She's here lecturing me. She's there lecturing me.
You
how she's
beat
like
someone
great
when they were in
citizen.
handcuffs?
Yeah. Look at that.
Sure did.
She's a murderer. She
She
abused
sure did.
Baz. She abused Baz.
She
She's beating up
to be
people
fair, she felt
handcuffed.
terrible about it.
Oh
then-
yeah.
Yeah. But on top of that, you know, he kind of deserved it. He killed 2 of her best friends.
It's not the point.
He killed 2 of her best friends, and then basically was like, "It wasn't my fault." The entire time it was like, "I didn't do it. It wasn't me." Georgie was like, "Just own up to your fucking mistakes and own up to the fact that you did this." And he was
Yeah,
like,
but
"No."
Outlaw's never gonna do that though.
"Yeah." And he was
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
"No." So
If
Georgie
every
went,
outlaw just admitted everything, you know how boring that'd be. Because it's kind of,
True.
isn't it satisfying when they deny it, but you can prove it and you just throw them in a jail anyway? Isn't that fucking satisfying? Like, look at this guy. He's been trying to weasel his way out of this crime for half an hour, but guess what? I know way more than he thinks I know, and I'm gonna give him a lot of time in about fucking 5 minutes.
It's
Isn't that fun?
it
wanna-
can be fun, but dude, I gotta tell you, like when I arrested Danny, I like McGregor is easily the
Soft.
softest lawman on the server.
Yeah.
And he told Danny, he was like, "Well, when I know you did it, I'm 100% sure you did it." And he had to say that to him 15 fucking times. All
Yeah.
the way on the horse, all the way to Sisika.
You know what you do? You just don't you stop telling him that. You just listen. You don't have to tell him 15 times.
Fair. Okay, fair.
Take him off the horse and give him a whooping. This is what I mean. This is what's gonna happen. Things are changing.
I think that playing a hard, I would prefer, honestly, I think it would be more fun to play a harder law character, but
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
Can you corrupt McGregor?
I can corrupt. Listen, I'll corrupt him, and we can just we'll go on
Beat
these
the
binges where we
shit.
find
And then become
find
criminals.
criminals and we beat the shit out.
And then get fired and then just become the top criminals on the server. No
They're
problem.
not gonna find out. They're not gonna find out. Don't worry about it. They're not gonna find out.
Kano, are you nervous?
Who are they gonna believe? An upstanding lawman like McGregor or Pip? Who are they gonna believe?
Exactly. Pip's a piece of shit. No one will believe him.
No one's gonna believe him. He's got a couple of black eyes. He fell over. The guy licks frogs, for God's sakes.
Kano's gonna have an aneurysm.
He's gonna have to just honestly accept the fact that I'm gonna run wild in the department until he can prove it and fire me. How's that, Kono? You like that?
Jesus Christ.
He might be.
5 days of being a deputy and it's not for you. That's it. No
We'll see. You
more.
reckon I'll last 5 days? You give me 5 days, huh?
I'm going to give you 2.
Do you
Give
think
me
he'll
2
get the
days.
badge? Do you think he'll choke someone out before he gets the badge?
If he's planning on playing the character the way he wants to play it, I think he'll have 1 day. One
Wait, What do you
day.
mean? What do you mean 1 day?
I think that, you'll come in as a cadet
Yep.
Mhm.
and your cadet will be like, I'm very nice and very sweet. And then one person that they arrest, will be like, will say something to you and you'll be like, you know what? Nah, and give them a quick slap across the chops.
You reckon they're gonna fire me for that?
Yes!
No, not gonna happen.
Literally, what will happen? You will give him a light slap and they'll be like, if you're going to give him
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
think
do it in
they'd
front
fire
of
him for
people,
that.
B. I'm not gonna do it in front of people. What do you think? I'm stupid?
It'll be the criminal. Well, I don't know. Like if he picks the right criminal, they won't say shit, right?
Listen, even if they do say shit, I'm very believable. I can be convincing.
I know
Remember
you
what I said about
fucking you lied to
charismatic
us
leaders?
that one time.
I fooled you so well. I'm
I
so
know.
He
He DM'd me,
so good.
chat. He DM'd me and he was like, "Just so you know, I fucking fooled you."
It was me. It was so good.
Goodness gracious me.
O'Malley killed the person. Got him. Okay. O'Malley.
Here we go.
O'Malley was also investigated and released from working for a long time while the entire investigation happened.
I think that kind of sucks though when you hit someone with the butt of your gun and then they perma. What?
Yeah, that's Effie May.
Effie May!
Say
Happy
hello.
May?
Hello!
Been coming in here to say hello for hours.
Oh!
I shunned her away
Hello.
earlier. I'm like, get out of here. Busy.
Hello.
Hello!
Hey, Tank Girl, how you doing?
I don't know if
That's
she
it.
can hear us.
That's all you wanted to say?
Well, I don't have anything else to say.
Just say good, thank you.
I didn't hear anything.
He just said, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
The end. Okay, cool.
Good.
He's my favorite deputy.
Aw.
Aw.
She literally says that to every deputy.
We're talking about the butt incident, yes?
Yeah, okay, so part of me is like, should he really butted her? But the other part of me is like, she was screaming on the back of his horse nonstop. I think in real life, I would have wanted to hit her with the butt of my gun.
Could have gagged her.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
See that? That is the genius of my new character.
What Kono said rings true. Just FYI, we're getting into server rule territory here, but about corruption on law and approval. So
Yes.
as staff, I must
Mhm.
say, you would need full approval for corruption
Uh-huh.
or it's a rule break. I'm no fun, I
Mhm.
know, I ruin everything, which is not true.
Oh, listen, I fully intend to reach out to Kono and ask if I can beat up outlaws. Don't worry about that.
Pip specifically. Because he won't rest.
Just Pip.
Specifically Pip. Yes.
Just Pip, and that's it. Nobody else, just Pip.
Maybe Jack.
And
I'm not
occasionally Pat.
gonna break server rules. Okay, I'm just gonna bend them.
Bend the knee.
I'm gonna bend the rules.
Bend it like Beckham. Just
Like
gonna...
yes, there's nothing. Listen. There's nothing in the rules saying that when I'm carrying like an outlaw on my shoulder once he's been hurt that I can't trip over a time or two.
I mean, if you trip,
If I trip, oops. Oh, sorry. Oh, you fell down
I'm
the stairs.
flying
Oh.
to Australia, BRB.
Yeah, oh no, down the stairs. Oh. What the fuck?
Okay, remind me to never be arrested by Bert's new law character.
Let me ask you this though, Baz. Let me turn it around on you. What if
I'm
you're
not Baz.
sorry.
Let me ask you this, Baz. Professional fucking podcast over here.
Let me ask you this, Verts. When you were playing Baz, if you had choked someone out and they had permanent from it,
Yep.
how would you have felt about that?
Out. What is it? Wait, where's this question coming from?
It's coming from because he butted someone, he hit someone with the butt of his gun and they permud.
Yep.
So, and then he got investigated. He almost lost his job. Like, if you're in that situation and you like were totally not
Choke
intending,
someone and they die.
right?
What would the law do?
They'd arrest you for murder in the second degree.
So you would charge me for the crime, yeah?
You're so smart, dude.
Next question.
You are so smart. This guy, it's like he came prepared.
Ah, yeah. I'm just saying. That's. I would role play it out, dude. I don't know. I think that's how I'd do it.
I mean,
I'd be
that's,
like-
no, that's a good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
look. I mean,
It
even
sucks. I mean, it sucks, but I think it's. Sorry, I don't want to talk. I didn't want to
no,
talk
go,
over
go,
you
go,
there.
go, 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 go.
It sucks because he had a job which it was going to affect his character tremendously. So I can understand like it's a bit more serious than just doing half an hour time in jail,
Right.
obviously. So I wouldn't want him fired for it, obviously, because you don't expect someone to perma from that.
Right.
No.
If he had put a gun to her head, then yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Different. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't die from the gun, but yeah, well, the investigation was done. Yeah, I understand. I was answering the question, Conan. I didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that bitch anyway. She was fucking yelling out that she's my wife, and
Buttersworth.
glad she's dead, man. What can I tell you?
Wait, she didn't die from the gun butt? People come into my chat all the time and are like, O'Malley's a murderer. O'Malley's not even in the scene. They just fucking throw it in my chat.
I don't know the details. All I know is that in character, there's talk going around that the law have a murderer amongst them, and they cover it up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, cream and bathwater is very serious.
I mean, a lot of people can get sick and die from that.
What, from bathwater?
Yeah. From
I don't know that she
Riggs's
doesn't
particularly,
have-
because she rolls around in
She's very
smut all
clean.
day.
She's very clean. At the end, we're actually bathing her in the milk. Beast
You're
face.
like,
Oh,
all right.
God.
We got to streamline this process. We got a lot of
Yeah,
cream
we
to get
upgraded
out.
it.
Riggs,
Yeah, we
just
upgraded
my
it.
jump in there.
We got her in the tub. We got the milk out. We lathered her with the milk. Listen, don't make that face, Miss fucking smudging butt on someone's ass, okay?
Yeah.
Don't even
That was
give
a
me
long
that.
time ago, okay?
Oh, yeah. Makes it better.
It's a long
We,
time
yeah,
ago, okay?
we streamlined the process. It was great.
Listen, okay, it's different because the person
Yeah.
consented to it and they knew it was happening.
She
Meanwhile,
consented.
everybody
She
at that
consented?
funeral
He consented to you putting
Literally
butter on his butt?
drinking the cream, not knowing that they're ingesting.
That's
To
so
be fair-
fucked up.
To be fair, that
water.
wasn't actually Riggs's milk because she's in jail at the moment, so I had to compensate.
Who was
smudging.
Who was it?
I ain't saying.
Wait, compensate how?
I'm not saying.
Wait, no, hold on. Compensate how?
Was it
What do you mean
Jordan?
compensate?
Take it to the grave. Take it to
Compensate
the
how?
grave. had to change the ingredients a little bit because we had
What do
a
you
lack of
mean?
rigs. We had a lack
What
of
are the
rigs.
ingredients?
Listen, Georgie doesn't have to worry about anything, okay?
She's immune to her own bathwater.
That's a shame. That's a shame. Oh well.
Did you
Listen.
fucking use Georgie's bathwater?
In character, yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about done here. That's all right. That's all right. It's okay. No one really drank it. Just everyone at the funeral.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right. Well,
Listen, I had no access to anybody else. Who else was going to be? Who else?
Oglethorpe, I think.
No. Anyway, thanks for having me.
That is actually a perfect place to end. B, do you have anything to say?
I'm traumatized.
Okay.
I'm traumatized on Georgie's behalf.
You know what the best thing is? You know what the best thing is though?
No, what's the best
You
thing?
can't, because you're gonna have to continue drinking that cream because you.
I
don't
know, because she doesn't fucking know, but she's
Don't
also...
worry, the supply's running out. It's gonna be. I've left specific instructions to Danny in character about the recipe and how he's gonna continue forward with that. I mean, did you read that?
I could have, but I didn't. I was searching his bank today, and I almost fucking read it. I fucking wish that I had.
Okay, good.
So close.
Secret's still safe then. Secret's still safe. We good. We good. Cool. You guys got to have me. You guys got to have me on again. It was a blast.
Oh fuck
We
yeah!
absolutely
we'd love to have
will.
you back on. We're gonna do it for the bullheaded one.
For the bullheaded, an entire episode
If you'd
dedicated
like,
to
come
bullheaded.
back.
I'll definitely come back.
Absolutely.
I'll definitely come back.
We would love to have you come back.
That'd be
Fucking
great.
Australian Gremlin.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the follows and the subs. And you guys are amazing. We appreciate you coming out to watch this podcast. The Zug and the Bug with our special guest on this third episode. VertiigoGaming, who played Baz on the server, had an amazing effect on the server, both in life and after his death.
Absolutely.
We'll be back next week at 11 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. So I hope to see you all then. And everybody, just have a great night.
Thanks for having me. And ta-ta, farewell. Bye.
Bye, everyone.